Yeah, actually, I can hear you on it, but it's like so quiet. I'm wondering why that might be. Oh, you know what? Let's try adjusting these things a little bit. Oh, it won't let me adjust them? Oh, it's because I got this open. Okay. Okay. Let's see how this. Well, this is gonna really be an annoying VOD, but yeah. I don't think I know any. I don't think I know any of the people on the other team. Okay. It's still. Hmm. Pretty annoying. The Marlboro men win the toss.
Alright. Let me see. So I know that Math's team has like almost 8k mid, Colonel Squid, and he's their highest. And the other team is more well balanced. They have a 5k position 5. Uh, so, but overall they're pretty evenly spread out in terms of MMR distribution.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Dota has come to a point where Pudge is being first banned.
5 seconds remaining.
What do you think about that? Are 2K pubs filled with Pudges?
Radiant team ban.
Oneiros?
I mean, it's weird. Yeah. I'm just like, it's genuinely Pudge is genuinely a strong enough hero where you would even ban it for someone who's not
10 seconds
like
remaining.
You
know what I'm saying? Like somebody that's not like a
5
specialist.
seconds remaining.
Well, I mean, in
That's so
the Immortal
bizarre.
bracket, he is legit at position 1. He has a ton of games and like 52% win rate as a carry. The reason he is strong is like because his flesh heap damage block works in Rot, which allows him to flash farm and not lose HP. So I don't know. I don't know if he's strong enough to get first banned, but he's definitely the best he's been in quite a while. That's for sure.
That's so bizarre.
Like I like that this change like makes Pudge a bit different. Like you used to never ever level flesh heap until you went 4-4-0, right? Pretty much all the time. And now it's finally good to level that skill. And I like when when there's variety in what you can level. Like
And when you're talking about Pudge being like first ban worthy, it's first ban worthy as an off lane hero. Is that right?
I mean, it has highest win rate and pick rate as a carry, as POS 1 in the Immortal bracket. But
10 seconds
That's
remaining.
just so bizarre to hear.
5 seconds
I
remaining.
just at least at my level, I don't see that like at all, you
Team
know.
pick.
Face the light.
But do you see a lot of Pudges in general? In your pubs?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's a high, definitely still a high pick rate. hero.
Dawnbreaker's first pick. Nothing unusual these days.
Radiant team ban.
I know that like even on DPC people pick her first pick. She got pretty good buffs in last patch.
Dire team ban.
Okay.
I have no idea though what those people play, because Dawn can be played like pretty much as every position, depending on the game.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining.
I mean, Marcy is
5
really
seconds
strong, so
remaining.
that's a good ban. Pugna, still strong.
Yeah, Pogba is kind of
Ward.
surprising. I thought her nerfs were pretty significant. I don't see the Medusa ban from Radiant, so.
I mean, what do you think about the idea of picking Jug in the first phase? Because I feel like I would not. Jug is like an all-around good hero, but not necessarily a great hero, and there are some heroes at least that could counter him that are meta right now. Like I'm thinking of Doom, even like a support Doom.
I mean, Jug is
you know-
extremely popular right now, but so I can see why that it can be picked, and that's exactly it's a safe early pick. Like sure there is Doom, but like Jug hates playing against stuff that pierces BKB in general, like because then he cannot play it safe with a spin, farming around the map. I think he was the fourth pick, so he sees Jakir and Pango already. Those two heroes don't do anything to his spin.
Dire team
So he probably sees like
Radiant
4
team
in the.
An anti-carry Razor.
Yeah, always good against Jug. You link the Jug and chase him around. Jug cannot really escape away from the Razor.
All right, I got your voice working in Discord now, or in OBS
Alright,
now.
that's good. That's good.
I had to select. I have like 10 sound devices on my computer, and I had to select the right one.
Radiant team
So okay, let's go. Ooh, Rubik.
Definitely a good Rubik game. Good steals, both Jakir and Pango, and even like Razor ulti here or there, something like that. But even just
Yeah,
like a casual ice path or something, you cannot cancel the roll, so you can always get the roll from Pango.
You have a slight echo for me sometimes. I'm not 100% sure why, but
It's everything
No
is
big
fine on
deal.
my part, but I don't know what's.
I wonder if it's like repeating through my Discord somehow or something. Either way, Rubik. Okay, so there's you think this Dawnbreaker is a core Dawnbreaker, right?
Most likely a 3, but she could be put like a 4 or something. I think 3 Dawnbreaker is the most popular one, but I may be influenced by the fact that Vex plays a lot.
Yeah, I just, I think Dawnbreaker is just really, the changes to her really small, but she's just really strong. Like, she just is undeniably really strong. The thing that I used to always experience with Dawnbreaker is I could stomp the early game, and then you sort of after I don't know 25 to 35 minutes, you're just not strong anymore, and I feel like that doesn't happen anymore. She's got that sustainability with the extra.
I mean, she still does
critical
fall
damage.
off a bit, right? She's still not the strongest. Like, she has a period of time where she gets not as strong, but this period of time got smaller because now, you know, because she's stronger early, so she gets faster to the point where she gets the item to be strong again. So.
Dire team pick.
Ooh. Hoodwink is I feel like that's a weird choice because, I mean, Jakiro lays waste to the trees with Macropyre, Hoodwink, a
10
naturally
seconds
low
remaining.
HP hero.
Radiant team banned.
You know, really Pango. I mean, really all these heroes can, especially with a Medusa. You know, Hoodwink is really going to have to play intelligently with position to have any effectiveness at all.
Well, I don't understand, like, what position. Is this a Hoodwink 5?
10
Is this a Rubik
seconds
5?
remaining.
Like, I don't really like the support duo of Rubik Hoodwink together. If it's
5
like that.
seconds
If it's a Hoodwink mid or something weird like that, I like it a bit more. But
Are you-
not
Are you talking in game too?
yes.
Dire team banned.
How do I mute you
Radiant
in game?
team banned.
Let me see. There is a button, go to audio, and there is mute co-casters.
Oh, mute co-broadcaster.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
We'll see.
All right. So the last pick is a support hero for Marlboro Men.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, maybe it's not because they're
5
the
seconds
Radiant are
remaining.
banning like it's mid hero still.
I
They
mean,
have
it could be a
they use
Pango
a
4,
void strip
Jakiro
ban.
5. It could be a Pango 4.
Yeah. Yeah, you just Pango 4 is going to be a sad boy. I mean, a Rolling Thunder is Rolling Thunder, but I feel like it's tough to
Dire
get
team
the
banned.
items that would be desirable. Yeah, they're banning it like it's going to be a support. Big time sniper ban. Trying to think of what I would.
Sniper is a weird choice, but I guess it's good versus Medusa and Razor.
10
Yeah, they
seconds
don't really
remaining.
have. I mean, especially if Pango is not a core and is not going to have like Ags or
5
something.
seconds remaining.
You know,
Well,
not a lot of closed gapping.
I said that the Sniper is good against Razor, but it's like it goes both ways. Because if Razor, when he gets to his 550 move speed, well,
Of
irrelevant now anyway. It's co-op mid for Stevie Ruggs. If I remember
Queen of
correctly, he's
Pain.
the mid
Shout
player
out
for-
Wretched Hag, RIP Heroes of New Earth. Wretched Hag way better than Queen of Pain.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, you used to play Han, right? I
Oh,
think-
yeah.
5 seconds
That's the only
remaining.
MOBA I never tried in my life. I mean, of the major ones, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
So this could be. Trying to think. A 3. I mean, I still feel like Doom could be good, but I think if I wanted to play Doom, I would play it as a 4 or a 5
You
instead
can put
of
in
a
4
3.
and Pango 3, or you can
Yeah.
put in 3 and you can put Pango 4. Doom is pretty good here, I agree with you. On the other
Yeah.
side, like,
Well, I just-
Jug is already
yeah.
not great this game. They have good solutions to Jug already. So you might not want to overcommit to that.
Is Silencer something decent? I mean, Silencer
no.
messes with Dawnbreaker, Queen of Pain. Okay,
More
just so like a
safe.
tanky boy.
Yeah, they needed some more CC, and they got it there.
Yo, what a Razor skin.
So this is Razor off lane versus Jug in lane. That's understandable. Absolute terrible lane for Jug. DK mid versus Quap. DK in theory should be survivable enough to not die to Quap to the overtime harassment.
I'm gonna go
Overall, I
ahead
like
and-
Dire's draft way more than Radiant, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm worried that the Radiant supports, just from a support perspective, is gonna be, you know, there's a lot of damage on the board for Dire, and it's gonna be really hard to be effective. I also wanted to say I give an A+ to both teams' skin game. I mean,
Oh.
Hoodwink. There's only like I think that one Hoodwink
the
skin, and I
Quap
think you had to
skin-
get it from Battle Pass.
The Quap skin is not as great as it could be, right? There's no Arcana.
Yeah, I got the Immortal Dagger though.
Yeah.
But I mean, Dragon Knight's one I don't think I've ever seen. Razor's one I've definitely never seen.
I think
Pango
those are
one
pretty new
is
ones.
really good. Oh, maybe they're like DPC ones or something from this. A lot of Jug games.
Anyway, I think this game, like, Razor should have a good game in theory, right? Lane versus Jug, and if he doesn't, for example, for whatever reason, the game will be very hard for Dire. But if it goes as planned, I feel like the Dire definitely have the advantage draft-wise here.
Okay, I think I still have control over my own camera.
Okay, well,
I wonder if
I
there's
think
a
that just
way.
means that, you know, like, if somebody would watch the replay in Dota TV, they would see my perspective.
Okay.
But I actually don't know if that's better, but as usual, everybody on the teams knows each other and talks shit. That's nothing new, right? In these leagues from every game I've seen.
All right. Let's see. Boots first on Pango.
Alright, so we see it is Dawn 3, it's Hoodwink 5, Rubik 4, obviously Quap mid and Jug carry. It is Pango 4, DK 3, oh no, DK is 2, Razor 3, I don't know what I'm saying. Jakiri is 5, they're invading for the bottom rune.
Rubik's got the Ring of Basilisk.
30
Probably gonna
seconds
build
to
into a Wraith Pact eventually. Wonder if he saw that ward. Did you draw that line? Or is that them?
No, that's
Oh, we can
players.
see them drawing the
Yeah.
lines, huh?
He's telling his support to not go in there and die, trying to go for the rune and go around.
Battle begins.
I've definitely
Not really
seen that
gonna
many
be any-
times. Not from you, from Vex. When Vex played 5 on the MDTL. It definitely happened.
It's almost always gonna be better to just safely take 2.
For sure. Yeah, but like then sometimes enemies will try to stay around the rune, and if support walks back through this area, they can die. You know, like even if it's like 30 seconds later.
Alright. So kind of a boring Dragon Knight mid. But that's good against Quap.
Yeah, I think like in couple levels, like first couple levels, Quap will feel way better, and she has advantage in terms of creep waves right now. Like, but it should get better for DK as time goes on.
You are dead. Dead.
Let's see. Quap hits for 61. Dragon Knight with the Fairy Fire hits for 59.
Yeah, but
Quap's
Dragon
got
Knight
that
also
scream
has
of
Dragon
pain.
Knight has a Calling Blade and he's a melee hero. In terms of last hitting, he won't have a problem. But
Man, that was fast.
Razor got killed bottom. Very good start for the Jug. It's really important to make this Razor not go wild in this game, and so far, so good for the Radiant.
See, did they block? Okay, so the hard camp got blocked, but the easy camp didn't. Hoodwink's gonna have an opportunity to potentially stack it, but you see Pango already following him into the jungle. Knows
but
what's
he'll
happening.
be
He's
able
gonna
to
get there
stack.
in time to body
Oh,
block
no,
it.
never mind. He is there in time. Right, he has boots. On top side, also big camp blocked, small camp not blocked.
Bad intel.
Yeah, top has the benefit of having that high ground vision so they can see if they're trying to stack.
Rubik might go down top right
Rubik's a little bit in trouble. He's not gonna burn to
now.
death though.
Yeah, he should be fine.
He doesn't have any regen at all though.
Curry's coming to him. He has
Dawnbreaker's almost out of regen.
No.
You lose.
Bottom just use spin on the Tango, and Tango is going to go down.
Roll along home, you silly bastard.
Bottom is going really well for the Radiant.
Yeah. I guess looking back at it, Hoodwink I think is kind of a strong laner against Razor because when he does get the static link, you can sort of guarantee it breaks with a bushwhack that hits.
You could say the same about like pretty much every hero with a stun. I'm surprised that Razor didn't go just for a casual combo to try to dodge some of them. It's not always possible and it's pretty hard, but I think it would be worth a shot. But Radiant are dominating all 3 lanes right now. Mid is going pretty well for Quap, and they killed Math top. Everything's going perfect.
So you're saying Quelling Blade, like when he sees Hoodwink do the cast animation, he's chopping a tree very fast.
Yeah. Like if you ever saw pro games, like they try and are pretty successful with it pretty often, right? Not as skilled players as pro players, it would be done rare. Like, I personally, not even 50% of the times I would be able to cut it down. But sometimes it can give you a kill or allow you to escape. For like 100 gold, right? Why not? And he buys a Quelling Blade now, so...
Oh, he does. Yeah, he does have it now.
Yep.
Get
It's
some more
it's similar to how
more
if you're
damage.
playing against Nature's Prophet, just having a casual Quelling Blade is very valuable for a hero.
Oh yeah. All right, so Dawn doing pretty good, as we would sort of expect.
And Matt is maybe will go down, but he's able to get in the tower.
Yeah, he's gonna live, but he doesn't have shit.
Yeah, Dawn versus Medusa, it's a scare lane, and I think they're about to dive Medusa. I think they're fine. Yeah, they see him. So Medusa will go down.
Uh-oh, there's gonna be a response. Shield Crash is gonna get Rubik. Question
I'm not
is,
sure what
he's not
this-
gonna have enough mana.
He should-
Oh, now he's gonna have to swashbuckle.
I don't
that
know
next-
why he didn't TP here. He had TP, so he definitely could have just TP'd. He knows that they don't have any stuns. He should know that Jakir doesn't have an ice path.
Can he land that liquid fire though? Nope, he's not gonna catch him.
Alright, he's fine.
But I think what was that, a trade of the Rubik for Medusa?
And
so,
most importantly, it's for Pango rotation top. Your 4 came top to secure a return queue on your position 4, and now this Razor has a terrible game. Like, at the start I said that this Razor should have a good lane against Jug, and absolutely he does not. So, it's I would like to see Dire actually focusing on the bottom lane.
I think he might be about to die too.
Yeah.
Oh, good TP timing.
Yes. Yeah, it's really surprising that they're sacking Razor's lane so hard. And like they're sacking to try to recover top lane, not to try to do anything that you know, not to try to dominate something else, right? Because this Dawn's so perfectly fine farming under basically her own tower while Medusa is jungling. So definitely a big lane win for the Radiant.
Yeah, Medusa only level, well, just about to hit 5.
Quap is level 7. She went to base to fill up the bottle. We'll see if she decides to TP to gank some lane. Potentially maybe the Razor keeps diving in tower. No, she just goes back to mid. Understandable. Could have been keep it mid to protect the tower. is the tower got very low from the DK. If this DK will overcommit, I think they have the damage with the hoodwink.
Ooh, Jakira. Oh, if man,
Dire's top tower
Dawn
is
misses
under
the
attack.
stun, but still gets him with the telekinesis.
And Dawn has level 6 now.
Dawn looking pretty healthy in terms of mana and having the soul ring, having the bracer, can right click phase boots and have him brought out. So doing really good. 36 and 7 compared to 30 and 4 Medusa. Gonna go mid. See how it goes.
Middle tower has
They're trying to go to kill the DK who already took their tower. So even if he goes down for with the Quap ultimate, but he took down the tower, which is really surprising. Radiant were far ahead. I think they could have punished this DK before he finished up the tower. Pretty slow rotations from them, I feel like. 3 Dire Heroes bottom. Not sure if they can kill this Jug with a spin TP available at any point and Magic Wand.
Yeah, especially with no, I mean, Pango's only 4, no Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
And especially, I mean, geez, Razor is so low
The
health.
Dire should know that now is the time for them to go. There is 90 seconds without Quap ulti and 80 seconds without Dawn ulti. So right now is the time for them to do something. Say take another tower bottom now, right? Group up, take the tower bottom. DK is holding top, so a lot of indecisiveness from both teams so far. Quap is taking stacks in her own jungle.
Yep.
If I would be Medusa, I would be calling that a grief, but what do I know? Dire keep going around this Jug, but it's really hard kill, even if they are able to find him.
Yeah, it's also has potential, I feel like, to be a 2v3 like situation where they're happy,
Look top,
especially if they
'cause
get off a
Rubik has
good
level
Omni
6.
Slash.
Yeah, the Rubik has level 6, so if he can get a steal and say a stun from DK, it could be potentially something happening there.
Yeah, potentially 3 stuns there if Dawn lands the Starbreaker. Oh, now Yellow's TPing top, so there's going to be Hoodwink as well.
under attack.
Yeah, I think they really want this DK.
They can fight into that dragon for sure. Oh,
Oh. They got lift off. Hoodwink is there with a stun,
Radiant's top
and
tower is under attack.
even Donald popped. Weird, but
juked him. That's a weird ult.
I think they should still be able to kill him.
Oh,
No.
and now
And
Razor's gonna. He's got Eye of the Storm up. Dawn's gonna go down. Rubik's gonna go down.
Yeah, really weird engagement. And Quap had a TP, I think, all the time. So she could have joined to secure the
Yep.
kill or help out.
And she had Sonic Wave up too.
She comes now to get the kill on Razor, but Hoodwink misses the stun. They'll still try to go for it. And with the pop ulti, the Razor is dead.
Pain is the best teacher.
Pango's top of level 6, he has the roll now.
And then now Dawn is back though. They're gonna go in, but Dawn
Very
is
good
back.
dodge. Yeah, very good dodge from the Quap. This DK is not that
They're up
healthy.
Starbreaker. Oh wow, 3 stuns. What a play!
And Rubik is able to steal their own thunder to turn potentially this around.
Oh, can he get the dual breath? Nice.
He can get
Man,
lift,
that's-
and no, he doesn't. He doesn't decide not to try to go for the Jakiro.
2 for 3. 2 for 3 for
Yeah, definitely good for the Dire.
for the Dire.
Whatever the Radiant were doing top didn't work out for them as well as they hoped for. Jug is about to finish up his Maelstrom though. And the Medusa is almost done with her Dragon Lance.
You think so? Jakiro's got a Aghanim shard queued up as his items. Is the second liquid fire ability that powerful?
Don't ask me about support builds.
Radiant's bottom tower
Okay, it's just
It's
yeah,
not-
I wouldn't really, but I guess it does add like a mini stun, you know.
It's mini stun and a lot of damage, but I literally don't know what you're
Radiant's bottom
what you're
tower
supposed to do in
fallen.
Jakiro. I probably
Yeah.
played it here like 3 times in my life, and last time like 5 years ago. So. One good thing for
Oh,
Dire,
Jakiro's gonna get. Oh no.
Dire's
the Quap should
Okay, well,
secure the
Plop's
kill,
gonna
though.
clean it up.
I think Radiant will Radiant should group up to kill the mid tower. They should even out the tower advantage
Dire's top tower
that Dire
is under
has.
attack.
Mid tower's
Yusu will try
gone.
to defend, but she should be careful. Her team is rotating from bottom though, so I think a big fight will happen here in a second. Both teams are ready to go.
It's interesting to see Dawnbreaker is 6th in net worth. Dawnbreaker had like a pretty good lane.
Tango roll on the Quap. Nothing happens, but Rubik steals the Tango ulti. Jug ulti on the Razor. Razor will go down. Rubik is still running around the whole team. And Matt is out of mana, so his Medusa might go down, but yeah, 2 for 1 trade.
Pretty
Uh,
even so far.
The Dire were
Little
able to
back and
protect their
forth.
own tower though, and it gives them time for map control. So it's not that bad, all things considered. And we can see that the game for Pango is really hard. It'll keep being hard. And because he's a support, there is no time for him to get Lincolns. Like, even if he gets it, it'll be like in 30 minutes or so. So Rubik will be able to steal the Rolling Thunder pretty much every time. The DK has Blink.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, the best thing he can do is just hit Shield Crash the moment he. Okay, we got a smoke on Dire.
Yeah, they will try.
It looks like they're gonna try loop around north.
Radiant
top
goes for
side.
Razor, and Razor is about to die before anything happens.
Ooh, Razor that lit up.
This Rubik might go down.
Okay, so Rubik did not get the Rolling Thunder that time.
Yeah,
so...
this time he used Shield Crash. So, and he did out of vision. Like when he gets the blink, it'll get easier for him. But he needs to remember to use Shield Crash every time after he ults, or it's a free. All right, and Dire are ready to get the top tower now with the DK form active.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So even with everything that happened, Dire still are in advantage in terms of map control. Even with Radiant getting a couple good kills before on the top lane. Radiant have problem with initiations. They kind of don't really have a hero to initiate. They have Quap, but Quap obviously doesn't want to go first. And they have Dawn, who before Blink cannot get in. That's Dawn's biggest problem. Dawn requires somebody else to go in first, and their team kind of doesn't have anybody, which is why I didn't like the Rubik support duo. So Dawn is getting Dawn on top by 3 heroes. They should be able to kill her pretty easily here.
Yeah,
Pango's
he's not
rolling
gonna get
in.
away.
He didn't use the shield crash.
He missed.
And she didn't use the shield crash. Rubik has the Rolling Thunder, but he failed to cast it. I think he cancelled it again. What a weird engagement.
Oh, he like canceled it instead of stop casting it?
So,
yeah, because it's on cooldown.
Pango, when you cast it, like, it has a very long delay. And on Rubik, I think it's pretty much instant that you start your roll. And I think if you are not ready, like, you can cast it twice or something and instantly cancel it. So I think that's what happened there. Whatever it is, he'll still have the Rolling Thunder for next engagement. So it's still very good for him to have it up for the next fight. This Razor is still quite a bit away from the BKB, and as well as DK. So it will be very effective for the next fight, I think.
Is Falcon Blade a core item on Razor? That seems like
yeah, that's pretty normal.
I don't
yeah,
know.
that's normal for Razors. You're farming with your Q a lot, so you need a lot of mana. So it's pretty much the only hero I would ever buy Falcon Blade on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, see, it keeps happening. Like, 4 heroes TP bottom to try to defend the tower, but DK just blinks away. Because Radiant have no way to go on him. Ezekir should be careful though, he might need a quap, and this will be the end of him. Rubik with long range ice
Oh,
path
he
on
got
the DK.
he's got
DK is
the
about to die as
DK's
well.
going down.
They're using jug ulti on him, and they overstayed their welcome. They saw that 4 heroes TP'd bottom, they should have left a bit earlier. They saved just a couple seconds too long, which resulted in those kills for the Radiant.
Yeah, sort of like a really common mistake. Like they sensed and they saw that they were defending that tower, and they sort of took like the few steps back, but they didn't get all the way out.
Yeah, see, like they think, oh yeah, they have no initiation. Like as I said, what can they do to us? But then they end up being too aggressive and just running into the enemies. Like this allows Radiant to really get the control over the map. They're pretty much back to even. And they're invading the top jungle right now. They're seeing the Tango and the Medusa. They have very good Dawn ulti on top of the Ice Path.
Yeah, the first good Dawn ulti gonna take out Medusa.
Rubik
Tango
Ice
right
Path
away.
did so much in that fight. The follow-up into the whoosh back into the Dawnbreaker ulti was such a perfect combo. And the killed the Medusa, which is the most important, but as well as 2 other heroes.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, big boost for Jug. Jug leapfrogs Medusa to be the 2nd highest net worth next to Quap.
I mean, Jug wasn't even there. He was just farming while his team was doing the plays, right? The regular carry thing. I disagree with Jug's item build a bit. He goes for Manta right now. Instead of, say, Diffusal. Like, I still want to see Diffusal in a lot of this game versus the Medusa. And I hope he goes back for that. Not a big fan of Manta.
What's the Manta gonna? The Manta's gonna shed static link.
No, it doesn't. There is.
So what's
like,
he gonna? I'm not even sure. Like he can disjoint Mystic Snake. Like.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm saying it's not great. I would think that this is the game where if you want to go the item like go S and Y, should be pretty good. If you want the farming speed from the Yasha. So he didn't buy the recipe yet, so I think I would really want to see him go back to S and Y or go for the Diffusal. Dire is smoking into the Radiant triangle. They're about to find the Dawnbreaker. They see the Dawnbreaker.
Oh, they're gonna get Dawn. Oh, they might be able to get Hood too. They're gonna spot Rubik
Hood
as
and
well.
Rubik right now. And he has a shield crash, so Rubik cannot steal. Ice Path both ways, this Rubik will go down. The Hoodwink is able to run away.
Radiant not gonna commit any resources to defend Rubik.
Yep. At the same time, good split push coming out from the Quap.
Wow.
While she was waiting for a BKB. Now she has a BKB.
I didn't realize that DK already has a gem.
Oh yeah, I think it was a pretty recent pickup. Jug ended up going for the Manta. Pretty questionable. Quap has her BKB done on the courier, ready for pickup at any moment. And I think they'll look to smoke with that BKB right now after everybody respawns.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They see all of the dark heroes on the ward right now.
So I mean that gem is bought just to control vision and make sure they're not in dangerous situations, or
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Radiant are scanning.
Blink on Pango.
And the BKB on Dawnbreaker as well right now. So really big timing for the Radiant, and they're smoking in as
and they are smoked.
Yep.
Acknowledging that.
If they run into this Razor, it'll be really hard for them to kill him with the BKB on him.
Yeah.
So they need to run up in the way. Alright, they have the vision on
Especially
him.
with Brown right there too.
Oh, that was a weird interaction. He lifted himself, I think, double clicked him. They'll run into Jakiro and kill it. I think Jakiro will be happy to die for his team.
Oh, they see this DD here. Yep, they see the DD.
They're
gonna
see
Roche.
and they could go for Roche. They're losing top tower. It doesn't matter at this point, the tier 1.
Radiant's top tower has has fallen.
They give the
Double damage.
Gives
double
it
damage
to,
to Jug and
to
they're
right
about-
click Doug.
Yeah. Radiant are not ready to fight at all, so not sure if this Spango will recognize it. He has a blink as well, and he has a shard on the courier. But I think
Oh boy. Okay,
Yeah,
well
Dire-
they're just
Dire
gonna
are not
focus on
coming for
getting the
this.
Roche.
yeah, they're not coming for this. Radiant will have the Roche safely, no problem. The DK is trying to split push to finish up the bottom tier 2 tower, which he will not get because the Pop is TPing to defend it. Quap is going for the Lincolns, realizing that it's really important Lincoln's game versus both DK stun and the Razor Link for the Jug. Really good item. Jug is going for the blink, still not going for defusal against Medusa. I will keep questioning the Jug's item build until I see it proving himself, you know.
Yeah, he's got Arcane Blink and a Blink Dagger queued up next if that's really what he's going for.
Yeah, it's this Swift Link.
Jug
Radiant
mixed,
are
missed
smoking
the,
again, and they
Jug
will
missed
go
the
into
smoke. He's not gonna go. What do we
yeah,
got?
they're
We
trying
got-
to probably place the vision or something in the triangle, as they're preparing to then take bottom tier 1, tier 2. So I think that's where they're heading right now.
They're gonna bait the Jug with Aegis essentially.
Dire
You
are
got
scanning.
Dawnbreaker has the improved Starbreaker with the shard and
The
a
Dire see on the
9
scan
second
that their
BKB.
triangle is invaded, and yeah, they're just sitting behind this Jug as the Jug will siege the tier 2 in mid.
Is under attack.
And Quap also has an Invis rune in her
Dawn
bottle.
runs into 3 heroes, not able to get the BKB off. So
Oh,
she
he's
should
not even
weak-
gonna get it.
Oh,
he
she
didn't
does
get
get
it
it in
off.
time.
Right, just man, his
Really weird the ulti from the Dawn, and this Razor is sucking out all the damage
Aegis
from the
is
Jug.
burned already.
This Jug is stuck between enemy lines with Razor chasing him down. I
Oh
think
boy,
he's
Razor
about...
59 stolen damage. Probably not enough to do anything. Oh no, he's gonna get him.
No,
Oh,
the
no, he
Ice Path from
didn't.
Rubik saves the day. And he lives in 60 HP. Another weird ulti from the Dawn. Like, everybody's able to run out of it, and I don't know.
Yeah, the only good, so Dawn has probably ultied 5 or 6 times at this point, and the only good one was that one that Rubik basically teed up for him with the Ice Path. Otherwise, it sort of seemed like almost a panicky ult, or at least like an ult that was really trying too hard.
Yeah, and he kept using him, like, you know, when he's already in the fights. He used like 3 ultis like that,
Radiant's middle
which is
tower has
pretty
fallen.
questionable.
I feel like if that's the way he wants to play it, he needs to do like Vexair does and build a
Radiant are
Gluttnir.
scanning.
Yeah, either that or just, you know, if he's going to ulti anyway as soon as he enters the fight, it's best for him to split push or do something right before the fight starts. Before the fight starts. If he's already in the fight, I don't see a reason to use the ulti in it. Unless it's like to follow up on the big stun, which was not there at the time.
Yeah, I mean, especially because he's not auto-attacking during the cast, he's continuing to take damage, and if he's continuing to attack at least, he gets the luminosity heals.
Yeah,
so
right,
it's
right.
probably heals just as much, if not more, than his ult does. Heal per pulse 70.
Doesn't it even heal himself? I'm not sure how it works.
I think so.
Anyway, it was really good for the Dire. Radiant no longer have the Aegis. Jug has the blink, but I just don't
But yeah,
see how this Jug should kill this Medusa in another 10 minutes. And this Medusa is getting huge as the seconds go, right?
Yep, you see Medusa ended sort of laning a little bit behind in net worth, which is sort of expected, and at the 27 minute mark, Medusa about to surpass 15k. The next highest is going to be 13k with the Jug, so
Yep.
sort of the ideal
Dire's
Medusa.
top tower.
Razor is also getting a
game.
refresher orb on the career right now as we speak, and the Dire smoke with the refresher there. So really big power spike for the Razor. Like the BKB refresher timing is when the Razor is at his strongest. The Dire is grouping up to push the bottom tier 2 and maybe even threaten the fight or like siege high ground for a bit.
Yeah, if they've seen that refresher, they can't defend this bottom tower, which they're not going to anyways. They're just gonna trade.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Tribute. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Medusa's got
Dire's
Scotty
top tower is under attack.
queued up Silver Edge next.
Dire sees this Dawnbreaker, who is trying to defend
Ooh.
alone. Your team is now TPing in as well.
A double damage, a spawn bottom, Razor standing on top of it.
He's going to pick it up.
He's gonna pick it up.
DK's
Oh,
getting
boy.
jumped. DK still doesn't have DK beat. DK job adopts gem as well. Weird overcommitment from the DK. I think he anticipated to get his BKB in like a couple seconds. The career was almost there, on its way there, and he just overstayed his welcome a bit, not waiting for his BKB. Big break for the Radiant. This Jug should be careful. He could run into the Razor, and he blinks out in time.
So when DK gets up, he's gonna have Dragon Form. He's gonna have BKB. It'll be first refresher and still, I think, an 8-second BKB on Razor. So a good.
Yeah, Razor,
and
you don't
see
care duration of
Radiant
your
smoking
BKB.
into him.
Because you have Refresher, you don't really care about duration of BKB. Radiant are smoking into their jungle. But I don't think they'll be able to find anybody maybe besides the Spango. No?
Oh, a good roll up.
Still the
Just gonna buy a couple seconds and that's it.
Radiant, Hoodwink has a gem on the Radiant now, so they'll be able to deward most of Dire's wards. Dire are going to mid and they'll see a Quap in a second. We'll see if they decide to jump on this Quap. DK with a blink stun.
They do.
Follow up with the Ice Path and they will be able to kill this Quap.
Perfect chaining of the stuns.
Yeah, perfect. Right before the Quap bought her Lincolns. If she would have the Lincolns, she probably wouldn't die there.
I'll take that as tribute.
Really big timing for the Dire.
Man, and she's 100 gold away. Earn it. She actually could right click it now,
Yeah,
I believe.
Dawn is going for Basher.
Basher.
She's linked by the Razor. This Razor can decide to run into. Oh no. The Rubik saves Dawn with the.
Yeah, the
telekinesis
ally
shard.
telekinesis from the shard breaks it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Still, this tower is already at half HP, and everybody on Dire is absolutely ready to go. The
Yeah.
DK ulti is
I mean,
about
you
to
can
run
really
out, but
force
I
a
don't think
buyback
it's-
from Flop right now.
Yeah, that's what they're going for. Pango roll up, follow up on the DK stun. DK is about to die to the Jug ulti. They split the damage successfully, and the DK is about to escape. Razor is running in with the BKB, kills down the Dawnbreaker. With all of that, Medusa is still full HP.
Oh no.
Jug gets stunned by the Ice Path
Math
with a
is
DK
in
follow-up.
trouble.
Oh no.
Oh, he's.
Yeah,
he's
this
never in
will be a
trouble.
lane down, I think. Medusa is still going strong. Like this Quap just cannot threaten enough damage to threaten this Medusa to go back. DK tries to go in. He didn't see that. He didn't check that Quap now has Lincolns, and he'll die
It's
for
the
that.
Lincoln's. It's the Lincoln's
If they
reveal.
can get the kill on this Medusa as she's retreating, that's very big for the Radiant. She has no mana, so she should go down here. And this Jakiro is threatened by the Quap as well. Gets Ice Path by the Rubik and goes down.
Okay.
It's a good return. It's a good return for the Radiant. Still laying down, but they get a break and they kill the Medusa. This Roche will respawn before the Medusa, but I don't think they'll have enough time to grab it. The Razor doesn't have BKB Refresher though, so they could try to go for it with its double damage if they find the correct
They can
timing
go
when it
right for
respawns.
him. Yeah.
I really, yeah, but the Jug Swift Blink I really disagree
Damage.
with this purchase.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures
It would be
are
interesting if I could have asked why he decided to go for the Swift Blink, or maybe I don't know something, but to me it seems pretty
Dire's
weird to go
middle
it so
tower
early
is under
this
attack.
game. Oh, Radiant are missing the Roche timing by 3 seconds. Dawn ulti.
Oh boy.
Dawn is just holding out of the bot lane to save herself with the BKB. So.
Yikes, Dawn having a tough game.
Silver Edge done into Medusa. Interesting choice because there are not any.
All right,
bad
Jug
things.
is soloing Roche right now. Getting
Yeah.
unlucky with the bashes, but once he has the healing ward up, not
Pango
going to
is
be a
circling,
problem.
so Pango knows that area. Dire are suspecting that Roche is happening right now. Will we see if they can get there in time? This Roche is going down pretty fast.
Gonna be
Dire
a shard,
are
I
almost
think.
there. Pango didn't check, he wasn't in time, but he's using grow up. He's going in. The Jug is spinning to get the Aegis. He gets the Aegis. He will go down for this. We'll see if anything happens after he respawns. Rubik is getting jumped by the DK in the backline.
The shard was
Gold
on the
support
ground
the
for
Dire.
a few
The-
seconds
They're
there.
retreating. This Razor is half HP and he doesn't have his BKB anymore. He pops the
Oh,
refresh,
now he
pops
does.
the BKB, and the TP's out.
Boy, during that Roche fight, the Aghanim shard was on the ground for a few seconds, until Juggernaut eventually picked it up. I thought that was what Pango was going to take when he was working so hard to get in there and to roll up right on top of the Roche right as it died.
Well, he tried to get the Aegis, obviously, right? But
Yeah.
it almost worked out for the Dire, but they were just a bit too late, and they still got the Aegis, so it's not the worst. Radiant cannot push into them, but still, you know, every second that you can get when you're losing is good. Jug is getting jumped, he gets stunned by the DK, and he won't be able to get away
boy.
from them.
Ooh, that
And
hurts.
that just shows you how good Razor is against the Jug. As soon as he gets
Yeah,
on top of
especially
him,
he didn't have BKB or refresher up. That's just Razor.
yeah, it
the
buys
hero.
all the amount of time that he needs to get ready. Razor also has the spider legs. It's my favorite item on the Razor because it just allows you to run through all the cliffs. He decided to go for this Eye of Storm Strike Interval level 20. That's not my preferred talent. I think that the other one is pretty much always good because like you're just running at 550 move speed. But maybe it's a bit different for past 3s. He's also going for the Hex, and he is about to get a Hex done. on
Hoodwink's
Razor.
caught out. I think he's gonna get away though, using the scurry and the bushwhack. One thing that's happened during all this is Medusa did complete her Silver Edge. She's got BKB queued up next. Probably about 2 to 3 minutes away from completing that BKB, although probably gonna save for buyback before ultimately getting that.
I don't know.
item.
Like if you consider getting a BKB before buyback is not such a bad idea, especially in this game because Radiant don't have so many instant stuns on the Ruby Cliff. So if he gets a BKB, he pretty much always can pop it. So he should feel pretty safe to buy it out before before the buyback.
X completed on Razor.
Yep. It's Swap gets stunned by the Pango, big Pango ulti, very big Pango ulti going on both of them. She's also hexed, but she's able to get out. Jug is getting stunned by the Medusa ult.
Ooh,
and
Jug's
this
getting
Jug is
stunned
about
by
to go down.
Medusa ult.
This Medusa has no HP though, this Medusa is about to die. Buyback on the Rubik, and they'll chase down the Dire. This DK is full HP, he gets lifted out, and he's about to die.
Triple homicide.
Sound of mind.
Well,
Radiant should
Radiant
get
full
careful
committed.
a bit. They're still double hex because the Razor didn't use Refresher in the fight, but I think they'll opt out not to fight and just lose the Pango on the retreat.
Radiant went full send to defend that Jakiro who got caught out and kind of got punished for it, although Rubik did buy back and they did get both the 1 and the 3 in exchange. But Medusa dying, I think, makes it all not worth it.
Yeah, it's the good part is that Razor didn't use the refresher, and the fight happened under the Radiant base, so Radiant are not able to push out that much in the time being and take any objectives, at least not yet. But still, overall, it is concerning. And this co-op, I think, yeah, she hit level 25, so now she has double Lincolns up. Oh no, she went for the blink. No, never mind. I thought she would go for the double Lincolns versus the DK. But
boy, that seems like a crazy
Dire's
choice.
bottom tower is under attack.
yeah, for sure, this is such a good
To
Lincoln
not
game,
get
so-
the double link. I mean, just the double Lincolns is so strong. I mean, you think about, well, I guess it doesn't really do anything against Rolling Thunder, but I mean, you have a DK stun, you got
Dire's
Static
bottom
Link,
tower is under attack.
you know, the Medusa, presumably Mystic Snake.
And even and even the Hex
upgrades
and the
coming
Razor, right?
soon.
Hex as well. So the DK
Yeah.
TPs, he sees the co-op and he
Setting
should
up for
see.
something.
Misses the blink, and the Radiant are able to run away from this DK. I think they'll be able to. Oh, they're trying to go back for the fight. We'll see what happens there. There's
Oh,
something with
interesting
Hero.
play.
Medusa's getting ulted by the Jug.
Oh, the Omni Slash. Oh, the Omni
He's
Slash.
fine.
went to the creep.
Donner's dying in the back lines. Jug is stunned by the DK, but the DK is going down. Razor will refresh. Oh, he doesn't use the second Hex. Oh no. I think he still maybe can run down the Jug. He uses the Hex after the Blade Freeze up, and he kills the Jug. Razor runs into the Quap. I don't know who will die here. Quap is getting lifted by the Yules from the Pango, but she's able to escape due to 4-second cooldown on the Blink.
Let's see, second blink saved her there.
Double kill.
And Medusa will TP out with the rest of the BKB duration. This Quap is doing so much in these fights, honestly.
Yeah, and I wonder if the 2-second blink is an acknowledgement of Quap that they're a little bit behind, and she's gonna need to live more than anything else.
Yeah, she's pretty hard to kill with the Kuras, BKB, and Lincolns anyway. In general, I think this Razor he made a small mistake by chasing too far. This could have gone way better for the Dire if they didn't chase so far, just with a Jug kill. But the fight is still fights are still going both ways all the time. Quap will try to chase down the Pango who used the roll, but the Pango is elusive enough with the Yules and the Blink. This Medusa has the BKB and is pretty much 6-slotted, but it definitely didn't feel like she had too much impact in the last fight.
Yeah, you would think that a
she was just
6-slotted
chasing.
Medusa's auto attacks would hit extremely hard, and it just didn't feel like that. Let's see, Roche timing.
Invisibility.
Coming up relatively soon.
Alright, any big towns coming up? Level 25 for the
Dire
Rubik.
are scanning.
He went for the minus 12-second telekinesis cooldown. So it's just 10 seconds now. With the ability to save his teammates. This Rubik is extremely high leveled, honestly. He's
Yeah,
higher
well, how
than-
does Rubik get 25 and Jug is 23? That's,
Yeah.
you know, well, I guess Hood's 24, so maybe it's more says more about Jug.
Well, the DK has the Ags.
Sees the Hood.
Yes, he's the Hood with the Sentry.
He's like,
they'll be able to kill her easily.
Being distracted.
Refresher done on the Quap. Wow. It's double BKB, double Lincolns, double Sonic Wave.
Dire's middle tower.
If Jug wants to buy it, he can buy Scotty right now too, or at least in like 10 seconds he can.
These fights are still a lot on this Razor to find the Jug before he can get anything done. And like they're pretty successful in killing the Jug. It's mainly the Quap and the Rubik that give him the problems, right, with the magic damage.
You see,
Roche
Quap
is
has the
respawning
arcane
now.
rune bottled as well.
Dire just missed the Roche respawn. They're smoked in the area though. They might come back, and this might be the first Roche for the Dire based on how the teams are positioned on the map. They're placing aggressive vision, so if they check out the Roche, they're in
Dire's
full
bottom
control of the
tower
area right
is
now.
under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Still, they didn't check the Roche yet. And Radiant are sieging the tier 3. They see that nobody's defending, so they should know that the Radiant are on their side of the map.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower.
Are they gonna trade? Are they gonna give up this Rax?
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They're TPing back now. This Quap gets linked on by the DK. DK didn't go through the Lincolns. Dies instantly. Refresher up on the Quap. The Razor is going on the Jug. He has the BKB up, and he gets the Jug gets saved by the pullback from the Rubik. The DK bot back. If they don't get anything for this, really good for the Radiant. I think they'll end up finding the Rubik. And they do. If they get the Roche for this after the buyback, this is worth it. But I want to see them going there what they're doing now. Also, Butterfly down the Medusa. So this Medusa should live way longer now, considering the Jug has no MKB. They see Don and the Hoodwink on the ward right now. And
They're gonna go for the Roche.
Yep, and they.
I mean,
should be
Rubik
able
dead
to
for
take-
84 seconds.
Yeah, this Rubik is a big part of the Radiant team. He has the Ags and the he is insanely farmed for his game. Even though he's bottom 3 in the net board, he feels like he has so much and so much impact.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Hoodwink has Scepter. That's interesting. This Roche will be a Scepter for somebody. Probably Medusa. Especially
No,
since
it's,
he's already 6 slot
I
and
would
he
say
can
that
eat
it
it.
should be Razor, but
Oh, yep, it is going to Razor. Razor eats
Yeah.
it.
yeah, now they
So
have
he's
to-
going to have that Eye of the Storm striking 2 units. Especially powerful with that Refresher Orb.
Absolutely. And they're all smoke right now, so with DK pushing out top, everybody else is preparing to place new wards and go to another area map, because you don't want to stick to the area map you just took an objective in, because like that's kind of obvious where enemies will try to go find you after the objective, so they're moving down to the bottom lane after taking the Roche.
Yeah, so Radiant investing a lot in the magic damage. You got the Quap having the double refresher, the Witchblade. You have Hoodwink, which has the Hunter's Boomerang Aghanim Scepter, which applies the Hunter's Mark to a target, increases spell damage by 25% on any target that's marked. And then Rubik obviously having that great game. So,
Yep.
an interesting, gosh, I don't know what you would call it, but like, you know, kind of like a game of like 2 different decks in Magic the Gathering, you know, see which strategy ultimately is better. I want to say at one point Radiant were up about 10k net worth. Now it's back down to 2k. Obviously, the Scepter and the Roche cause a big swing by themselves. Radiant
for sure.
smoking on the
And,
bottom. They have
Razor
Pango there.
has done
Pango's got the
Assault
blink.
Cuirass. I don't know if they'll be able to find the Pango. They see the smoke is breaking, but Pango's already TPing out, and he's safe, TPing from the trees. Lotus Orb
Absolutely.
down in the Hoodwink. That's very important for the Jug to protect him against Razor. Like they have so much defensive items on the Radiant that they should feel pretty safe. Like if they want to go to try to go high ground here, but
Lotus Orb. Will Lotus Orb purge the Hex if you do it after the Hex?
No, it doesn't.
No, so
it's only
it's
applies
really it's
basic
just got to be
dispel.
on there before. It's got to be before the Hex then.
Yeah, but it's mostly like you just put it on Jug, so Jug doesn't get linked by Razor for those 8 seconds, and like that's the main part about it. Like Lotus Orb is amazing against Razor, and you know it doesn't matter if you don't reflect the Hex or whatever. That's just an addition. Medusa gives the cheese to the Razor, so this Razor
Medusa,
will try to go see high ground with the Axe
Absolutely.
and cheese.
2 minutes exactly on the Scepter. Medusa also completes the Satanic, so as soon as the Scepter pops, gonna switch that Satanic into her inventory.
This Razor is getting jumped, and Jug is doing insane amount of damage to him. He has the cheese when they'll try to go in back in. This Medusa will come back up from life. With life number 2, she still has the BKB and Satanic up. If she chooses to pop that, she pops the BKB and proceeds to hit at the rocks. Jug goes in with the ulti, but they don't have the vision, so she's able to run away. Overall, it's okay for the Dire. They took a ranged rocks in the tower for the Aegis. Didn't lose any heroes. They're looking to stay in the area, but they're all on the ward, so they need to deward this cliff to and check it if they want to stay in the area here.
Absolutely. I think you can be happy with that, but at the same time, when you draw it up, that wasn't what you were expecting to get, especially if you end up losing
Hold on,
this
this Dawn
engagement.
is getting hexed and is getting killed by the Razor right now. She will be brought down. Tango with a very good roll in on the Quap. Quap blinks in. Oh, big
very
mistake from the
aggressive,
Quap.
very
She's
aggressive.
able to use the refresher to blink out again, but the Jug is getting stunned. It will go down. The Dawn will get killed after the buyback. And we
Dawn
might
is
look
dead.
at we the end. This Medusa
This
is
is
still full
Jug's
HP and has
buyback.
Satanic up. Yeah.
All right. Oh,
The DK is trying to go further in as the Medusa hits the throne.
DK's in trouble now.
He's in trouble, but the Jug gets disarmed and gets hacks as well. The DK is going down, but the gem is back up. Jug uses a spin aggressively. This Medusa still has Satanic, so if she lives through, she can turn. She can try to turn here. She will try to just run away though. Pops the BKB, pops the Satanic, and goes to hit on the Jug.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now this Razor is in trouble. He doesn't have BKB, and he might go down here. Able to go away using the Spider Legs. Very good retreat from the Dire after getting the lane of racks and getting the dieback on the Dawnbreaker.
Absolutely. You sort of one of the themes for both teams has been sort of some overcommitments or just sort of questionable decisions from both the Dawnbreaker and the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight getting a little overzealous, diving the tier 4s at a Juggernaut to try and get that Dragon Tail off, and really gets punished for it.
Yeah, but I honestly I'm okay with that play. Like it's sometimes when you see a buyback and you see an option to kill him, right? Like you see an option, like it's not that big of a commitment. The DK is essentially a position 3 here, or even maybe a position 4, but you know, he's not like a true mid, right? The true second core is the Razor here. So trying to get a Jug jump, if he would be able to get the stun off him and get the dieback on Jug, it's game over. So it's a risk he's willing to take. Because like the thing is, if he doesn't try to get a jump, they just leave there, right? Sure, the DK lives as well, but like, do you care at this point in the game if you lose 500 gold? No. Radiant won't be able to push anything for the DK death, so that's fine. Pango will run into the Quap. He will see him, but he cannot roll in time to cancel it. He could have tried to roll up, but or swashbuckle with the Basher, but wasn't there in time. Razor is getting overwhelming blink done, so he'll be able to. He now will be able to blink in and use his stuff more aggressively. Follow up with the DK. Radiant are looking to smoke and wrap around the Dire, so look to the fight happening here pretty soon.
Dire's middle tower is under
Smoke will
attack.
run out as his Dawn is showing on the creeps. So Dire are now knowing that they were being chased around.
Pango running right at him.
That's aggressive from Pango. He'll try to bash him down, but the bash does not work.
Unlucky.
Yeah, that's like 6
Unlucky.
hits.
That could have been a game-winning play.
Absolutely,
Especially Jug having no buyback.
Like, if I'm in that position as Jug, my whole life goes through my eyes, you know? Like, you pray that the bash won't happen there.
Yeah, what is it? At 15%, 25%
25,
chance?
Yeah, he got really unlucky there on the procs. Right, the Medusa's coming up to siege the high ground again. Razor also pops the ulti, and this tower's already down to half HP.
I mean, it's gonna be megas. I mean, Medusa can pop her BKB and.
Well, hold on, they're killing the Razor full to 0.
Oh,
They're killing
wow,
the
Razor
Medusa as
died.
well.
Razor's
They got
gonna come
stuck
right
without
back,
using
though.
their BKBs into all of the magic damage from the Radiant. Really huge fight. I would say that they were too defensive. Like, if I would be them, I would pop this refresher. I would pop the double Eye of Storm as I was sieging the high ground. But they decided not to do it. They decided to just go in, get caught off before the BKBs are up and die. Another double damage for the Jug. This obviously the Medusa and the Razor have the buybacks at this point, so it's not a big problem yet for the Dire. So we'll see what happens now as the Radiant are moving into the mid lane of Rax.
Oh boy,
Dire's
that
middle
double
tower
damage
is
on
under
Jug, they
attack.
can eat these towers fast.
And this Quap has Revenant Brooch, which is really big at this point in the game. Jug gets the DK stunned, gets disarmed, but purges it with the Blade Fury. They're really trying to wait out and not use the buybacks on any of their cores.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
So they're deciding to give up at least 2 lanes of rocks for not using the buybacks, it's pretty much even now in terms of rocks advantage.
Absolutely, and coming up on Roche number 4 timer
Yeah,
as well.
both teams hold it to the gems. One Hoodwink, one a DK. Dire will be looking to smoke as everybody's respawning. The Medusa illusions will push out the waves.
Regeneration. Have you seen someone bleed out? Let's get started.
Razor gets the jump, gets the bash on the Hoodwink from the Pango. Dawn ulti into nowhere. The Razor is about to die to the Jug. Jug ulti gets split. Razor is still dead, but Dawn is dead as well, and she doesn't have the buyback because she still isn't on the dieback from before. This Jug is about to get stunned by the Pango. Gets refreshed.
Jug's in trouble.
Text from all the buybacks on Dire. The Jug still doesn't have
Jug's
a
gonna go
buyback
down.
for 90 seconds, and the Dire should know that there is no buyback on Jug now.
And Roche spawns at the exact time all this happens too.
Yeah, and they can try and they can get the Roche.
How unlucky.
Dire's top tower
I
is under
think
attack.
they'll get the Roche fast, and then they'll try to go for the last lane of Rax before the Jug respawns. Quab is trying to get the top lane. In the meanwhile, Pang will be there to defend and kill the creeps. But
Yeah, I don't think Gengo's gonna be able to stop him.
he will be able to, for the time being at least.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire's
If this Quap overcommits, she can get cut off. Oh, he gets stunned through the creep.
Big
Really
dragon
nice play
tail
from
on the creep.
DK. Yeah, from the creep, but the Quap still is able to
Oh,
escape
Quap's
for
in
now.
trouble.
Oh. Okay.
Oh no.
Still gets caught off. Cannot use the last blink and gets caught off. She has the buyback, so she
buys
still
some
bought
time.
some time for the Jug, and Jug buyback will be up in 30 seconds. So by the time Dire will be able to get to the base, Jug will have the buyback. So all things
Medusa has. Sorry, Medusa has a scepter to give to somebody. Gonna give it to Jakiro.
yeah, I think that's the only. I mean, there's also Pango Axe, but it's not that great this game, and everybody else already has one. So
Jug does have the buyback now. Obviously, gonna.
yeah, in moments like that, you
Not gonna
you
wanna
think,
use
like,
that.
if yeah, I think they should know, but that he has the buyback by now. But you know, it's really close, right? He just got it like 30 seconds ago, so it's a matter of how well did they time it. Anyway, he'll respawn by the time they come up to high ground. Really scary for the Dire because they don't have buybacks on DK or Razor, so they cannot die. So it should be Medusa
Absolutely.
going up in front because she's the one who has buyback and the Aegis. Quap used the first ulti for nothing. Hex reflected, but this Medusa should just stay and hit the racks. She has the Aegis, so she should feel safe. Pango is coming in with a big roll. Razor uses the BKB, uses the ulti.
That's gonna be Mega Creeps.
Mega Creeps, and this Jug is getting pretty
Dawn's
low.
gonna go down. Gonna
Buyback up on
immediately
the
buy
Dawn.
back on the Dawn.
Jug is trying to go on the Razor. Razor pops the cheese, so he's able to live, and the big ice path from the Jakiro kills the Jug. Jug still has the buyback, so he buys back. Razor jumps in into two heroes, kills Rubik. Rubik buys back. This Razor should be careful because he's no buyback, but this Jug is
The stuns
dying
are
to the
chained.
ice path. Is able to run away and lost sliver of HP. Dire should be careful here because they don't have the buyback on this DK or Razor. The
But
DK will die.
Medusa still has the Aegis.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The Medusa will die, I believe, here for the second time, but we will see. She still has the Satanic. She gets CC
Man,
to
it's
death.
burning a lot, burning fast.
She's not able to pop the Satanic. She's getting stunned to the death, and nobody has the buybacks on the Dire team except for this Medusa. Really scary for the Dire. Really big overcommitment. After taking the racks, they decided to stay, and they paid for it with their lives. We will see if Radiant are able to push down and finish the game before the Dire has respawns. The game is also at 60 minutes now, but obviously nobody cares about any jungle items or anything, because pushing out before the buybacks is the only thing that is there. Hoodwink buys a Desolator as she will join her team after pushing out one more wave with the BOTs.
Do you care about getting Mega Creeps if
Of
you're
course
Dire
not.
right now, or you
you're
just let them
going for
have
the
it?
throne. You know that they don't have buybacks. That's your biggest chance. Yeah, Quap makes a call to go for the throne. Rapier for the Jug coming in on the curve right now. Roll up from Pango. They're trying to defend with the last bit of heroes they have alive. Medusa pops the ulti, pops the BKB, tries to stand her ground, but she gets almost brought down. She has no mana. She still has a Satanic, but she's not able to. She's getting controlled now to death after her BKB ends. The Dawnbreaker will pop her ulti, will kill this Medusa off as Radiant finish up the throne, and will be winning the game 1.
BG.
Radiant victory.
I tell you what, that was a very close game the entire time.
Absolutely, and honestly, it came down to one overcommitment. After they took the top lane of racks, they decided to stay. Right, they killed them They killed Jug once. They killed Dawn once. They bought back, and the Dire stayed without buybacks on their heroes. And the buybacks on the Radiant won them the game, as the Dire didn't retreat in time. Like if I think they definitely had the option to retreat them. They didn't use it, and they paid for it with losing game 1. Game coordinator is being updated, so not sure what's happening here. Let's see.
Man, that was a good game. There was lots of there was never a huge net worth advantage on either team. Even when it got big, it shrunk back down. A lot of back and forth the whole game. I mean, that's a 10 out of 10 quality game, and you gotta feel. I mean, both teams can feel pretty confident heading into a game 2.
Absolutely, absolutely. Both of those teams are pretty good for these leagues. They're like both at least top 8, so good games around. As we're waiting for the lobby for game 2 to come up.
See if I can pull up the. Oh shoot! Well, I can't pull up the stats for that game.
Yeah, I think the game coordinator died in the middle of the game, so it will be some time until it's up. Oh, there it is.
And I don't even think Doug actually had the beekeep or the rapier in his hands at the end when he killed Medusa. He just got so strong that it didn't matter that Medusa had a butterfly or anything. Just can right-click him to death.
Yeah, this Medusa was getting CC'd to death by Hoodwink and Rubik from the backlines. As soon as her BKB was down, she wasn't able to do anything in this game. Lobby is up, so we can hop into that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was a good game. That's pretty exciting. It is
Yeah,
not
definitely.
often
The ending
you
was
see-
very hype. So
Yeah, exactly. Game 1, lower bracket round 3 is a game where comeback from megas, albeit they got the megas like 2 minutes before the game ended, but still.
it still counts, right? It still counts.
Yeah, oh yeah, it still counts. I'm counting 100% of games as mega creep wins. Are there any heroes that are ban worthy after that game 1? I think Razor might be worthy of a ban. At least if there's gonna be like a, well, I guess still end up winning the game, so maybe not.
I mean, for the Radiant, Razor is strong as a hero, but like they were able to limit him in lane, and that's like a big part of Razor. He was obviously still able to do his things, but I don't think. I mean, we'll see if they think it's ban worthy. For the Dire, this Quap was absolutely blasting through his game. Really good performance from Steve Ruggs. But also as well the Rubik with insane steals, insane ice paths. For a guy who is Crusader 5, pretty good play in terms of
Wow,
skill
Rubik's
usage
a
there.
Crusader 5.
Yeah.
Wow. That was, I mean, I guess I was gonna ask who the 3 stars are. I mean, Rubik is guaranteed one of them. I mean, Crusader 5, like playing like a, carrying his weight and then some.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You gotta
And
think
definitely
flop.
not a standout performance for the DK, even though he had a lot of good stuns. It's a DK, it's a hero like that. You at some point, if you don't have a perfect game, you kind of turn yourself into a stun. You use your stun and that's it. You kind of don't do anything else. For a player who's top 400 Immortal in A, we'll see if they decide to put him on something more impactful in late game than a DK for the game 2.
Yeah, I think the sort of, if I was picking the 3 stars for me, I guess it would be Rubik, Queen of Pain, and Razor. Razor sort of carried his team for a while, but sort of got in a bad rhythm of buybacks and diebacks and things like that, and it just
Yeah, like
sometimes
I
the
think
clock
yeah,
works
like
against
we played games like, so you understand, like 60 minutes in the game, it's going all crazy, everybody's screaming, like everybody's hyped after every kill, like at least that's when I play, like that's what ends up happening, right? Like when I end up blinking into fucking tier 4s as a PA dying in like enemy base, like stuff like that, right? You know how it works.
Absolutely.
Alright, game 2 about to start.
Best of 3 series. Pressure is on if you're Marlboro men.
Yeah, elimination game, right?
It you feel like that one slipped out of your fingers there. And
For sure, the ending, like when you're that close, right? I mean, even though the game, if they backed out and they decided not to fight till the very end, they would be in a driving position to win, because like their buybacks at some point would be available again before the Radiance, and like they could turn at that point and finish the game. So absolutely even game, and they banned the Razor. Marlboro banned the Jug. They think that the Jug was their biggest problem in that game. So other 2 bans, I think maybe those are the signature heroes of players or something.
Yeah, well, they banned Timbersaw last game too, so that's a carryover to whatever they had scouted.
Yeah, I'm not committed enough to check all the player profiles of the teams, but I would guess they have a good Timbersaw player on their team.
Remaining. Dire team pick.
Marcy first pick.
Marcy
This
sneaks
time it
through.
is not banned. Let's see if the
Absolutely.
Dawnbreaker is still there for the first pick for the Mode and Sight Derpy Dots.
Saw somebody on Reddit today say that Marcy is like
10 seconds
Pandemonium from Heroes of New Earth. Gonna have to disagree.
5
In some ways
seconds
better and
remaining.
sometimes worse. R.I.P. Heroes of New Earth.
I
I
saw
don't know
that
if you know
some
Matty
people
or
are
went
trying to
offline
make.
this week.
Yeah, some people are trying to make a private server for Con. And you're able to launch like lobbies and bot matches, but not matchmaking yet. So it's not like completely dead if you would want to play it, with a friend, to remind yourself of good old times. Hoodwin DK for the Mode and Type Derpy Dots this time, right? Those heroes were on the Dire team. No, never mind. The DK was on Dire team.
DK was on Dire Hood, maybe the same player
5
running
Yeah,
it back.
it should be in theory. Really like those 2 heroes together. The Hoodwink, very good follow up on the DK stun. Obviously the Medusa comes in for the Math Magician every time it's not banned. It is there, right? That's the rule. We'll see what answer to Medusa will they come up with this time. Last time this Medusa was not that effective, even with all the farm that she had in the late game.
Radiant team back. 10 seconds remaining.
I feel like Puck is a extra good ban because I'm sure that Colonel Squid, being like a high tier player, I'm sure he's got a really good Puck. And gosh, what's the ult? What's the name of the ult? It's just a unique ability. There's not a lot of things like it in the game that can sort of leash you like that.
He actually has 46% win rate on Puck, despite what you're saying, but that is not representative, you know, all the time. But he definitely plays Puck, as I'm sure like most mids are. It's a pretty rigorous hero for most players. Radiant are taking a lot of time on this ban number 4.
Just trying to imagine what. I mean, I think anti-mage is a cliche like pick against Medusa, but I don't know that you want to play anti-mage in a game like this.
Oh, I would definitely want to play it if I would be given a choice against Medusa, but like, you know, if you pick it very early versus Medusa, you might need to put it mid, because we did it once. But on the other side, it worked when we put it mid. So, or was it against Medusa? I think it was against Medusa. I'm not sure.
5 seconds remaining.
We will see if it gets banned here, or if the Dire will decide to pick it up in the second phase.
Dire
Maybe.
team ban.
They're gonna leave it in.
Yeah, they're banning the Rubik, which was instrumental for the Dire last time.
Yeah, I feel like if it's this guy's a Crusader 5, his hero pool of stuff he can really play at that extreme high level on can't be that
Dire
huge.
team pick.
So maybe taking Rubik off the board knocks him down a peg or two. Who knows? We'll see.
Nice Stalker ban from the
10
Dire. That
seconds
hero is good
remaining.
against the Anti-Mage. Not saying anything, but
5
we
seconds
might be heading
remaining.
somewhere that direction. And they know that the Radiant will not pick the Anti-Mage, so they can definitely save it until 18.
Yeah, so we'll have the opportunity to see 4 heroes before deciding whether anti-mage makes sense. Anti-mage, definitely a much harder to execute hero than Juggernaut, though. Oh, love to see it. One of my favorite heroes, Mirana, Princess of the Moon.
Yep. And
Love to
like
see it.
both of theirs, so assuming the Hoodwink and Miranda will be the 2 supports, both of the supports are very good follow-ups in the DK. See, whoever the
10
DK
seconds
goes
remaining.
on, there will be a ton of damage and additional CC coming on top of it,
5 seconds
which is almost
remaining.
always welcomed.
Definitely, DK Mirana is such a fun lane because you get that long stun to set up your arrow. Hoodwink, same thing. Long stun sets up your bushwhack. You know, one thing that inside Derpy Dots excelled at last game was stacking their stuns and chaining them together with not stepping on each other's toes too much. And the combination they have right now really gives them the
10
opportunity to continue to do that.
remaining.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll see if we have the same standout performance from the
5
supports of the
seconds
Dire
remaining.
as the last game.
And I mean, I'll just say the same thing I said last time, that, you know, both these supports are low hit points, like heroes can really be punished, especially when you think about how strong Marcy can be or how big Mallet it can be early game. But they did their thing last game with the same exact sort of worry. So
Dire team pick.
Face the light.
Run it
Dawnbreaker
back.
stone comes out. If I'm playing here, I look at the
Or wait,
Anti-Mage.
that was a Switch team. Yeah, it was on Dawnbreaker was on Derpy Dots last time.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the Anti-Mage here, and I'm telling my team, I'm telling, you know, if I'm Dire, I'm telling Vex right
10
now,
seconds
look at the Radiant team. They have 1 stun in their team. Give me the fucking anti-mage, I'll win you the
5
game. You know,
seconds
like that's what
remaining.
I'm saying this at this moment. If I would be on the Dire team.
Yeah, I mean they have Dispose, Paralyzing Cask, and then Starbreaker. But the
Yeah, but if you're
Starbreaker, you know,
hit
he'll
by
need to get charged
Paralyzing
for
Cask
that.
as anti-mage, something is wrong with you. If you're not able to pop your spell shield while the cask is flying, I don't know. Like that's probably the slowest stun in the game. So, and the Dispose, I mean, until she gets a blink as well. So, like, this seems like an amazing anti-mage game if they want to go the route.
Yeah, also you wonder if it's, I mean, I think you would want it to be a core Marcy, but with a Dawnbreaker, I don't think you would have space on it for your team to be
You
a
could do
core.
Dawn 2, you could do Dawn 4, like or you could do March 4. Like you can swap those heroes around. Like it's really interesting because like those heroes, they can be played at a lot of different
Radiant
roles.
team ban.
No animation day. Weaver also elusive. So you know, also good against a team with limited amount of stuns, but oh man, if I'm there. If I would be there, I would be asking for the anti-mage here.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Weaver's just a hero that's sneaky strong right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it's amazing right now.
Just gets to, well, especially when you get items, you know, you don't even need the boots, so getting 6 slotted of you know, damage dealing, stat giving items, you hit really hard.
I would say you still
10
want the
seconds
boots
remaining.
pretty much every game on the tier. At least I like it.
5 seconds remaining.
Like I would never draw. I know that some people don't go boots at all, but I think going boots is extreme value. I'm looking into if this Weaver will go Diffusal this time. You know, last time he opted not to go Diffusal on the Jug. In that it worked out. He had enough damage, but we'll see if this time he will decide to go for the Diffusal on the Weaver.
Both team is expecting mid heroes as the last pick.
Yeah, it's just, you know, in theory it could be like a DK mid or something like that, but it's obviously more suggestive to this DK being 3 this time. So.
Dire team pick.
Batrider last
Oh,
pick.
ho, ho, ho. The fearsome Bat Rider on a, you said rank 400 Immortal.
Yep.
This is gonna be a sight to see. Excited to see this.
Batrider is good against Hoodwink, right? Because he can burn down the tree if Hoodwink tries to stun him.
5 seconds remaining.
It's a good catch. They had limited catch. Now they have more of it. It can up the tempo. They have the Dawnbreaker and Marcy to follow up on whoever Batrider goes onto. Really good Batrider picked up this game. You know, it's a lot of magic damage versus the DK as well.
Definitely.
So
And
really
Weaver, a low HP carry.
Lena,
You know, it gives them opportunity to sort of tailor-made opportunity for Dawn to land that Solar Guardian to follow up with Starbreaker.
Yeah. Well,
And Lena.
we'll see. Lena comes up as the last pick for the Steve Ruggs. Steve Ruggs playing an amazing pop game last game. We'll see how he does this time with Lena. Lena is a good matchup in the late game versus Medusa. I have no idea how the mid lane works. Lena versus Batrider. I feel like Lena should be fine.
I feel like Lena should be fine because she's got the longer attack range. She hits pretty hard. She should be able to abuse line of sight or like abuse vision. So hopefully it should be an even mid matchup.
It's also should be noted that both supports can come into mid pretty early to do something, right? You know, maybe a Miranda with the arrow or something, or maybe a Marcy comes in, bounces off the Batrider, brings Lena in, and then Batrider chase her down. So we will see if the supports will opt out to come into mid pretty early this game, compared to last game where like mids were pretty much left on their own until some point in the game.
Skins aren't as good this game, but Dragon Knight's still got a cool skin.
I mean, there are no skins for Marcy yet. Nothing you can do.
Yeah, but there's nothing on. Like Mirana doesn't even have the persona. Sag.
I mean, Lina has the best skin, Lina skin in my eyes. Like, I really like that set, but... You know... Skin-wise, Lina gets the win for the Dire team.
Alright, so the Rubik player last game is going to be Murata this game.
We'll see how those arrows, how good they will be. He will be with a
Radiant is
DK
gonna
lane
start
who
with
has the
smoke.
Dragon Tail, so we might see a lot of kills in the bot lane. Radiant are smoking in S5 this time. They didn't do that last game when they were Dire. They're going towards the bottom river rune, placing his ops from the smoke. And they're looking to invade the triangle very early on to maybe get a kill before anything else happens.
Using both observer wards mid. Big investment into trying to make something happen.
30 seconds to battle.
Witch Doctor forgot to buy items. They're coming in courier. And nothing will happen. Both teams will take 2 runes.
The battle begins.
Dire are taking top runes, and the Radiant are taking the 2 bottom runes. One thing is that Radiant saw Lina drop this ward. So we'll see if at some point it's really deep though. So for Bathard, it'll be kind of hard to get into there to get the ops, Lina's ops.
But Lina knows there's a ward mid because she came up to that high ground and the tower hit her. Is that right?
No, the Bathrider plays this ward first when they were smoked, and Lina dropped her ward after that. So
Okay.
Bathrider should know that Lina dropped her ward in mid and where it is.
You did not earn it.
Good start for Lina so far in the mid.
Hands up!
Yeah, she hits significantly harder. I mean, 61 versus 48, including the Fairy Fire for Batrider. You know, and Batrider can certainly load up the Sticky Napalm, but I mean, the Sticky Napalm also charges Lina's stick.
Yeah,
Lina's already got 9 charges on her
deep,
stick.
and she pops the Fairy Fire to live against the Dawnbreaker damage. We'll be able to run away, but we'll need to region up for quite some time with the Tangos now. Lina is dominating the stat sheet mid right now. 10-1 versus 6-1.
Oh man,
Link
Hood is gonna go down this
Go
time.
down as the first blood.
First blood.
This
Hood,
we
he's
were
gonna try to
chase
catch him.
down.
If he can hit him with the Germinate, it's not gonna be enough,
He
but
needs
one
one
more
more
is gonna
hit.
get him.
It is enough. The Weaver doesn't have Shuguchi for a couple seconds more, but he should be fine. He has the Fairy Fire. He can even try to chase down this Dawnbreaker if he wants to, but he'll just go for the creeps. Mid, the creep wave is coming into the Batrider tower, so it evened out a bit. So nothing happened there. Dire will open up their big camp on the bot lane. And the Batrider missed the ops positioning Maybe he didn't expect Lina to drop it so far down. Maybe he thought that Lina has it a bit forward. So Lina will be able to save her ops. But she's getting pulled in with 5
taking a lot of
napalm
damage.
stacks. Very good life strike array, saving herself from the death over there.
Out of my way! Dire's courier has been killed.
Hoodwink's courier dies with the Salvanet, as Marcy might be a bit too deep right now.
Oh man, Marcy playing really aggressive.
Yeah, the Weaver, Weaver should be fine, and this Dawn is pretty low HP. This Weaver might try to chase her down with the Bushwick coming in.
Oh, what a
It's
finish!
just enough. Amazing play with this
What a
from the Hoodwink there.
You know, that's the second time already that Marcy has used rebound to basically go back in instead of
Yeah, to
instead
just
of
do
saving
100
herself.
damage. That's not ideal. I would say cost them top. And Weaver is a very strong laner, and not like he needs any help, but you know he's definitely getting it right now. And mid lane is getting dominated, you know, for like Lina is like doubling up almost in terms of CS over this Batrider.
You did not earn it, so you do not get it.
Yeah, Lena playing like who was that TI Carl with the Lena. 33 and 4, 34 and 4 versus the 21 and 5 Batrider right now. Also, like, has a huge stick, you know, 10 charges on the fully upgraded magic wand.
Oh, a big arrow on the Medusa. Medusa's pretty low, but the DK doesn't have the Dragon Tail. Mirana leaps in. She's maledicted, so she should be careful.
Oh, and Mirana
I think she
might be
will
in
go down
trouble.
with the last maledict tick here. No, she lives on
11
10
health.
HP.
Nice.
Radiant structures
Mid,
are fortified.
Batrider tries to dive with the popping the glyph, but is not successful. See, at this point, top, when Weaver is literally unkillable for the Radiant, they have no stuns. I mean, no reliable stuns, so he should be able to escape it all the times. So the top lane is pretty over for the Radiant.
Bring in the Marcy mid to try and get a kill on Lena, or if not, to at least...
She can try to get
Oh,
a return kill,
boy.
and she's still alive for now. This Marcy, even the Batrider tries to come back in, gets Laguna Bladed, and a finish up on the Marcy. Big overcommitment from the Radiant. They're underestimating the HP that this Lina has, or like overestimating damage from Batrider.
So
Amazing.
Marcy misses the rebound, so doesn't do the damage with the rebound, and Marcy also disposes Lena to take her out of the sticky napalm, or out of the fire trail.
Yeah, really,
And yeah,
really questionable play from Marcy so far.
definitely. And if Marcy just hangs out there, they can use her presence to control the 6-minute rune. But instead, Lena bottles up the 6-minute rune, and can, you know, be ready for another engagement with that extra regen.
Yeah, both games, Stevie Ruggs, really good performance versus, you know, high 7k mid, right? He's holding his ground and more than that both games. So, they're looking to invade and take the stacks. Batrider can take the stacks really easily. So if they see they are taking down the ward, then they should see the stacks right now. So Batrider will take them. We'll see if Dire decide to do anything about that with Lina potentially coming
Boy,
in.
Lena's got the arcane rune popped.
Yeah, they definitely know that it's happening.
She doesn't have a lot of mana though.
She has the stick, and
She was able to nuke that, like, about almost all those creeps though, and get the last hits.
This Weaver is pretty low for how I said he cannot die in top. I was not watching, but I don't know what's happening there.
Live by the sword. Die.
Witch Doctor probably got stunned into Mirana Herald bot lane, and Mirana is able to find 2 bounty runes as an addition for that kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Weaver able to get a
Oh,
time
what a
lapse
time
off.
lapse.
Yeah, was out of range. He got the or disposed out of the sentry range, so that's why he was able to live. Bottom. DK will stun the Witch Doctor with the arrow coming in. This should be a trade of DK for the Witch Doctor, which is good for Medusa. Medusa can now even stay longer in lane and farm the next couple waves.
Absolutely, get that meatball or that tomato.
In terms of net worth, this Lina is a bit out of control, so we'll see if she's able to do anything for her team. Now that she has BOTs, she can be more active around the map, and looking to join the engagements where they happen. Dawnbreaker ulting on the mid. Lina is going to go down to the lasso with the Dawnbreaker on top of her.
That's if Radiant's gonna have a good game, that's a combo we'll have to see several times in the mid game.
For sure, and it's good for them that they have an option for plays like that. They have very good jump with the Bat Rider, as we talked before during the draft when the last pick came in. Stun coming in on the Medusa, the Maledict and the Cask coming back, so this DK should be careful with how far he goes. He has only 1 level in the Dragon Blood, opted out to go 3 levels in Breathfire, so he's not that tanky at all.
Lina, little greedy, but fair. First item, Boots of Travel.
Yeah, pretty much every Lina does it. It's too valued. The hero uses a lot of mana. You need to be able to go and recover that. It accelerates your farm at the very big speed. Because like your your passive doesn't work if you don't use spells, so you need to use mana all the time. You have big mana issues. Hoodwink is trying to look for the Witch Doctor on the bottom lane. We'll see if the Witch Doctor is able to escape. He gets bushwhacked, hit him around an arrow. Should be dead right now. With DK form, this should be the bottom tower taken. The Medusa instantly TP's top, and I think they'll try to trade the towers.
See, does anybody have dust? No dust on anybody top, so probably not realistic to get a kill on this Weaver without a misplay. Really just focusing that tower.
Yeah, they even opt out.
They're gonna leave Medusa alone to just...
Yeah, Lina gets the stun off in the mid. She's trying to survive. She's trying to kill Shield. Please get a return kill on the Marcy. It's the best she could have expected there. As her teammates are pushing the top tower, and the Weaver is successful in chasing away this Medusa. Obviously, Medusa cannot lane well versus Weaver at this point in the game.
Back, getting comboed bot, but Dawn's gonna jump in. It's Solar Guardian. He's gonna throw the hammer, get the Starbreaker, and he's gonna go.
The sentry,
he's gonna take
so
out.
this DK should go down. As he does, Hoodwink is almost level 6, so she should have level 6 before the next engagement.
Boy, one thing that potentially could be really frustrating for the Dire is, you have Mirana's Moonlight Shadow core ability, Shikuchi core ability, potentially Camouflage on the Hoodwink, potentially a Silver Edge on Lina. A lot of reasons to buy Dust if you're Radiant to really just eliminate the utility of a lot of those abilities.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, except for the Mirana ulti, like, most of the times you use those abilities to run in or like to run around. Like, it's annoying, but it's not the biggest deal. Like, I don't know how to explain it properly, but yeah, I don't know how to explain it better than that.
Sure, I think you're saying there's limited counterplay potential.
No, I'm saying is like
Dust.
the way you use those abilities. Most of the time, as Weaver, you're using the Shikuchi to stay on the outside. Like, when you see the enemies and you're staying like just outside of their attack ranges and everything, to go somewhere around them. So like, it's not that often that you use those abilities in the fights where the Dust or the Sentry will be placed in. Try to get a counter initiation after but the DK already died. And they still have the lasso, So this Weaver should be careful a bit. But he's too fast for the Radiant team to catch him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Hoodwink wants to go into Medusa with Mirana coming in there. Mirana
Dire's
will
top
go for the
tower
arrow.
is under attack.
And
It's
gets the
a-
stun off on the Medusa. Medusa has no mana, but the Radiant team is already there. And the
Radiant's middle tower
Mirana is
under
out of
attack.
leap charges, so this Mirana will be going down for that engagement.
Dire's top tower
Alina
is
didn't
under
want to
attack.
participate in that, or didn't have the
Radiant's
TP off
middle
cooldown yet.
tower is under attack.
So, support kill for the Dawn ulti. It's not the biggest of deals, but
Dire's top tower has fallen.
tower gets taken top. Tower should go down bottom soon as well with the Dawn ulti used and not being able to return to the bot side.
Radiant structures are fortified.
In this game, the Dawnbreaker is going to have a Echo Saber. So really going to emphasize that right-clicking ability.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Very good Bushwhacker, less one forcible second. Here's the killed Witch Doctor mid for the Weaver. Bot tower is ended up getting taken by the DK. DK almost has his blink, so we'll see how aggressive the Dire will opt out to play after they have the blink dagger done on the DK. So Weaver is going for the Lincolns, which is absolutely understandable, and I really like it against the Lasso. If you understand that Lasso is pretty much the on the way he dies or the dispose, which is like not as easy to do, but still like only target stuns that he's scared of. Really good Lincoln's game for him.
Now, as Bat, are you planning to break the Lincolns yourself with some other item pickup, or are you counting on another hero on your team to constantly be breaking that for you?
Maybe at some point, like they don't have any good breaks, but like with Batrider, a lot of it is about going around and being annoying in the fights more than the jump nowadays, right? Because like that's why you see people going BOTs, Lens, and BKBs and everything. So at some point, you know, probably he'll opt out to go for something something to break Lincolns, but it's too early for that yet.
Does the Fey Grenade still break Lincolns?
It does. It's the only neutral item of the early tiers it does. Dire smoking in with the blink on DK now, and they'll look to go mid and to fight as 5. Lina has the TP up in case she needs to join us. She's not so far away from the BKB, so I don't know if she will want to. They're running into this into the Batrider. Batrider gets blink stun into the arrow. This Batrider will die very soon as he dies, and this Witch Doctor is about to die as well. This mid tower will be also taken because there is a Cardi. Really good engagement for the Dire. Really good catch with the blink reveal. That's what you want to see right after you get the blink. And they even have a double
Absolutely.
damage on Lina with upcoming BKB. So I would suspect that they would wait. They would with the BKB they would want to fight again very soon.
Yeah, you can't see the timer on the DD, but assuming it's the 16, well, it has to be
It just
the
picked,
16
yeah, she
minute
just
one.
picked up during
So
while they were
she's gonna
killing
have
me.
BKB, her first BKB, and the DD here in just a moment.
Honestly, I would even suggest them going Roche with that, right? They have like the Weaver max Swarm, which I usually don't do. I usually max Germinate Attack for myself, but that's, you know, it's not like it's a bad choice. They have max Swarm. They have the DD on Lina. We'll see if they want to go for the Roche, but meanwhile, Radiants are smoked, running into the Dire jungle, and we'll see if they're able to find any heroes. No, but Dire cannot scan them out, so Dire knows that somebody's in their jungle. Meanwhile, Matt hits the mid tower. I think the Dire won't defend this, so it's just tower for the Radiant. As the Dire are waiting to finish up their BKB on Lina with farming the finishing stack. This DK might get jumped by the Batrider. Gets disposed back into the Maldic. Easy kill on the DK.
So you see Dawn went second item Shard, probably going to be a next item BKB. That's what a lot of the right-click Dawnbreakers do nowadays.
Yep, the most usual build. Sometimes you can go for the Deso, but I wouldn't think this is the game to do it. It's more of like, you know, if you're hard winning, if you're like 10-0 or something. But she decides to go for Sanj. I guess it's for Halberd as well for breaking the Lincolns in the future. Weaver sees the Dawnbreaker. Not sure if he'll be able to kill her, but at least he's able to chase her away.
And Lena ends up doing nothing with just farming creeps with the DD.
Yeah, her BKB was a bit too late. Like, the rune already popped from the bottle, so it was a bit too late to group up with the DK dying mid. They didn't have the proper timing there. Let's see what else is there in terms of the new items. Almost done Lincolns and Weaver. Manta coming in and Medusa. So nothing out
Dire's
of
middle
ordinary.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, both teams just happy to sort of farm their adjusted side of the map. You know, I was watching this BSJ video and it was like, think of there being a line down the middle across the river, and as you lose towers, like that line at the middle of the map adjusts. And
Yep.
so you can see sort of the
Yep.
map is basically from just in front of the top tier 2 to just in front of the bottom tier 2. And the players are sort of occupying those spaces.
Yeah, like, even if you don't actively think about it, most of the games, like, that's how it naturally will go that direction, how the map will be split. Another DD spawns bottom.
Another DD.
Dire Seed.
Lena's gonna grab it.
Yeah, and we'll see if she also goes for Lincolns, by the way. So 2 defensive items on Lena, they go 2 Lincolns, so they're all in on protecting themselves from this from the Batrider, considering that the Radiant don't have many ways to cancel Lincolns.
Which I mean that's something that worked for them last game, so you know, a strategy that they might feel pretty comfortable with. Not even gonna defend this top tier 2. Medusa's just gonna right click it, 100 to 0.
Yeah,
bat,
and the
bat
Weaver is
lurking in the
about to do the
trees.
same bottom. The Radiant may opt to try to defend. The Weaver finds this Dawnbreaker as 25 TPs come in. All of the Radiant team is here. Weaver is able to run away. Lena pops the BKB, gets jumped on, but immediately is able to kill the Marcy. We'll see if she's able to do anything else. She gets chain stunned into the Medusa ulti. It will be able to bring down a lot of heroes down with her as well, as it ends up being 2 for 3 trade. But Medusa gets a lot of gold from all of that, as well as the Batrider.
Yeah, Medusa up to level 18. Highest level in the game. Big XP boost from that.
Yeah, like one thing that I didn't think at least before, when you can pull somebody as the Batrider into the Medusa ulti, you know, and it's like guaranteed chain stun on that part there.
Definitely, and I mean that was a large part of the duration of Lena's BKB.
Yeah, yeah.
She's lassoed and then she's you know, frozen from Medusa ult.
Dire are looking to go on the Batrider top, but he might be a bit too fast for them with the BOTs and the Firefly pop.
Just what the doctor ordered.
The blink on the bat, but Flaming Lasso's not on cooldown. Oh,
This
Bat's getting
Batrider
really
might
aggressive.
be a bit too aggressive. Gets Hoodwink stun into the arrow, into the DK stun, and he's dead.
Ooh.
And this Weaver is playing around with the Dawnbreaker bottom. He feels absolutely safe knowing that the Batrider is dead. He will look to chase down this Dawn. He gets the ulti off, but now he's dusted. And he's disposed, and he gets way overcommitted for what he tried to do there.
Ooh. And the tips coming out.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah. both Batrider and Weaver trying to be a bit over aggressive, trying to chase enemy offlaner a bit too much, and both got punished for that. Still an absolutely even game. Yeah.
One thing that feels really different this game is Medusa is already very ahead of net worth. You know, at 23 minutes, 2K ahead of Lena, who's the next highest. That's a little bit different than how it played out last game.
That is true, but I would also say that this game, I mean, the last game as well, but this game, they have ways to deal with this Medusa, right? They still have a ton of stuns, a ton of follow-up stuns. You know, like the DK Mirana, like all of their team. Like if this Medusa gets caught up with one stun, there is so much chain up follow-up that this Medusa can be brought down 100-0, no matter what how many items she has. So she should still be careful. The Radiant smoke is Radiant. With the everybody except the Medusa, as Medusa is finishing up her Scotty. They'll look to invade the Dire top side, and they will roll back. That's, oh god, this is so fucking weird from the Marcy. Marcy dies because of that, because she disposed her teammate instead of the DK.
Marcy's having a tough game.
Yeah, not the best Marcy performance from Funzo.
That's a strange manner of conduct. Bountiful.
Moronic has Yules now,
Tower is under attack.
so she's able to set up her own arrows now with that.
Sorry, just, oh yeah, Atos, or no, Yules, okay.
Batrider is looking up to pick up a BKB, same as the DK, but both of them are pretty far away from it for now. Weaver is getting Reaver, I guess that's for Satanic. Interesting choice, with not having a lot of damage right now. He'll be a pretty low DPS Weaver for the time being.
Yeah, he already has the Claymore and the Morbid Mask.
Yeah,
so.
considering both him and Lena going very defensive, not sure if I like the choice a lot. In general, I prefer Weavers going like all in on damage. Like I usually pick up a very early Daedalus or something like that, especially considering the Dire don't have too much lockdown, and you know, with Lincolns you can feel pretty safe as long as you don't make major mistakes.
Yep, and I guess I'd like to imagine that they've decided that they're okay with Medusa going late. That's what happened last game. You know, maybe they even game plan for it, that we're building to survive and to live late and to win the game late, and we're not so worried about their, you know, their position 1 farming hero.
I mean, for sure, like they have answers in late game, and Lena is going for the Silver Edge, and they'll be able to fight them later, but you know, you don't want to fall up too behind with the philosophy of going late. You still need to be proactive in the game, even if you're planning, you know, even if you're thinking that the game will go late. You cannot be too passive and do nothing. So.
And you see that Bat does have the Fey Grenade equipped. So.
Yeah, he knows his job. He knows his job, so he gets the.
And he does it exactly like you think.
Into the stun, dispose. And the Weaver goes down.
I'm not opposed to taking the occasion.
What moved Weaver there?
Dispose.
Well, Dispo moved him back. What moved him in the first? Oh, it was that a bomb, whatever it's called. The flame break.
Yeah,
he flame break and the dispose right back. Okay.
Radiant structures.
Yeah, so we're seeing, like, you know, with playing for late, with playing passively, like you're opening up for the jumps for the ganks from the Radiant team, and this will now allow the Medusa to have the Aegis, with the Daedalus coming up very fast as well, very soon. The DK will have the DK, but his DK should be careful as to not get jumped.
Yeah, and I mean Medusa's a hero that always builds defensive first, but Medusa's gonna be like 1 full core item ahead of Weaver, and is gonna go Daedalus with a 3rd item. And gonna have that Daedalus in you know, a minute or less. So
Yeah, a lot of this game, like this Weaver is at this point like the life gets hard for him, you know. Like a lot of this game is on Lina and how well she'll perform, and even more like they need to get a jump. Their team don't have the best saves, or like rather any saves. They need to get the jump first. They have good heroes for that, but they need to start playing, you know, that way with those heroes, looking for the pickoffs. Even though, you know, now the Radiant are absolutely ready to fight them and are grouped up, they need to try to find in a fight to jump the first hero. They need to jump at Batrider or the Dawn first.
And Bat has an Invis rune that he just popped, so can really.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The Weaver TP is to defend.
Radiant's
He should be
bottom
careful
tower is under
as to
attack.
not get jumped with the
Radiant's
Batrider
bottom
again as
tower
he's in the
has
vicinity.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sentry gets placed,
They
so
see
the
much.
Radiant are ready to jump this Weaver. Marcy is not able to do it in time, as she's Batrider cancels
Oh, but Lena's gonna
another
pay.
Lincoln's with the Fake Grenade. Fake Grenade is the best item in Dota. I tell you. Oh, at least Medusa
Did
runs
get some
into it.
good support sons on
Yeah.
Math, but Math does have the Aegis, so
He
even
should
if he
die
goes
once,
down,
though. Yeah.
yeah.
They have a DK and they have a stun, right? They have a lot of chain stun, so we'll see if they're able to do anything.
And then another Mirana arrow, perfect.
She lives for now. Medusa is still fine. There is no Lina, so they don't have any damage, right? This Weaver does pretty pathetic damage with the Lincolns and going Satanic, so they're not scared of him at all. They're ready to. I think they're ready to come back and keep hitting this high ground.
Medusa getting low resources, gonna probably have to take a step back. Marcy jumps in the line of fire.
We were able to press the time lapse in time as well. Now the Dire will try to chase down the Radiant who will escape, but the Witch Doctor will be left over to kill, to die. Sorry. And I mean, overall, that's not the worst for the Dire. After they lost Lina, it could have been way worse. They didn't lose even the tower for that.
Definitely.
Sure, it's not ideal losing your Lina, and they'll need to work somehow. This battery is a big problem with the Fake Grenade. Like, honestly, this game, if the battery doesn't have a Fake Grenade, the Weaver doesn't die top, Lina doesn't die top, I mean, Weaver doesn't die bottom, and Lina doesn't die top. This game looks completely different. Like, this Fake Grenade changes the game so much. As he's able to stun Lina again into the Dawn ulti. A bit late, Lina is able to pop the BKB and turn around, and will be able to run away from the Radiant heroes as she's pressing the Shout Blade with the run ulti on top. She's
And they
seen
catch
with the
her
dust,
with the.
but they
catch
can
her
kill
with
this
the
Batrider.
dust.
This Batrider is about to die. Probably.
Bat does hit the BKB in time. We'll get away. Weaver could
is
go down.
able
Oh,
to-
time lapse
pops
just in
time lapse in
time.
the last time, and this Batrider is dead finally now. This Medusa is in the middle of nowhere, but and she's getting killed by the Lina. Witch Doctor should follow very soon. Big turnaround for the Dire as Radiant missed their jump on Lina at first, and the Dire are there to punish the Radiant for that. And maybe when this Marcy gets killed off as well, I think they see her and are about to jump. She's able to escape with the rebound of the creep wave. Alright, really big turnaround. You know, Dire Radiant were pulling ahead, and now Dire straight back into it, leading in a net worth once again. 3.5k gold swing, 7k XP swing in that fight. And as once again we see that Medusa left alone, like versus Lina, Lina outranges her and is able to kill her down from from far away as they're controlling her to death when Batrider is not getting the jump first.
Radiant's middle tower
BKB
is
picked
under
up on the
attack.
Medusa for the next fight, and the Satanic is down on the Weaver. Radiant are going up high ground. They should be careful with the Batrider respawning and having the lasso. They're forcing out the glyph, and then I think they should back out here shortly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Batrider blinks up the high ground, catches the DK. DK able to pop the BKB. So the Dire will be able to escape in this engagement.
The DK got pretty tanky pretty fast with the Sange, BKB, and having all his talents max level now.
Yeah, this Dawnbreaker, now 2 times in a row she misplayed. She used her Soul Garden a bit too late, because Flame lasts 4 seconds and her jump is like 3 seconds, I think, or something. So she if you're a bit too late, they're able to pop the BKBs, which saved first Lina and now the DK. She's looking to pick up the Ags. Never mind. She doesn't want the Ags. She wants the Hex. I thought that it would help her, but we'll see if she makes the same mistakes again. Because, like, you know, they need a chain stun on top of the lasso to kill the heroes. And Mirana will have a Lotus Orb done. I think right now, I think it's coming to her in the career. That's also a big part in protection against that
Triple fire.
Batrider.
Yeah, the Flame Lasso with the Lotus Orb just makes both heroes lasso to each other, correct?
Yeah,
and they just stand still.
I mean, they still get stunned, right? It's still a stun, but it's better to get stunned in place than to getting pulled away from your team towards this Medusa.
Yep.
Dire
and
smoking,
over
they're
top
getting
of
out.
the
They're feeling radiant hot, and they're getting the jump on this Medusa with the chain stun. Dawnbreaker comes in with the ulti, able to turn around, but she has no mana, so they should be careful. Weaver gets pulled by the
Weaver's in
lasso.
trouble.
We'll be able to brought down 100 to 0. This Marcy about to die to Lina. This Lina should be feeling still strong. Still has the actually doesn't have anything, but lasso is popped, and in the end it is a carry for the support trade, which favors Radiant. Good jump from the Dire, but Radiant were in the vicinity of the Medusa to save her in time there. And once again, you know, you wonder if this Weaver goes more offensive items, maybe they will have enough damage to kill this Medusa before her team was there.
Yeah, and I mean, now that Weaver has built the Satanic, he has to go BKB next, so it's an even longer delay between that first offensive item.
Yeah, like you go BKB, and like, how much damage do you do? Like, you do 0 damage to this Medusa as the Weaver, which is not ideal. Like, this game, Lina plays it amazingly, and she needs to keep it doing that way to kill this Medusa going forward. Math looking to go Butterfly next on the Medusa to finish up. Same build as last.
Yeah,
time.
one thing I just noticed too, Dawnbreaker has just foregone BKB and built Basher, Halberd, and now has Aghanims queued up.
Yeah. I guess she understands that her main... Mirana is getting jumped by the Marcy. Weaver will turn around, and Mirana will be able to escape with the leaps coming in. Good return. Again, not the greatest jump from the Marcy. Also, down bottom, Lina gets the jump with the Hoodwink on the Dawnbreaker as a missed that kill. As you were saying, you know, that she doesn't have the BKB. Potentially, she was punished for not having a BKB there.
Dire's middle tower.
Weaver is now considered going Scotty. Like, I really dislike the build. Like, even like
Roche is
BKB
up again.
is understandable, but the Scotty just need damage. This DK is running into 3 heroes like an absolute madman, forces the Medusa BKB out, and will look to chase the Medusa down, pops his own BKB, will try to get a stun, will get lassoed into. He's looking away from the Medusa, so he will not get double stunned. He will get stunned now because he turned around. Weaver starts to put out the damage into the Witch Doctor and kills him down. This DK gets thrown back by the Marcy and will die, but the Marcy will die in return.
I'll get over it.
Dire's still in good shape to do Roche, but I don't think that they realize that it's up yet.
Whatever they do, like, the DK has huge balls, and they've paid off.
They're gonna check it now. They see it now.
Yeah. And they have the Weaver bugs, they have Lina damage, so they will be absolutely fine. They give the Aegis to Alina, understanding that Alina is their most important hero right now. Like, the difference between Lina alive and Lina is dead is pretty much winning and losing the fight. So giving her the protection against the lasso initiation is what you want. Hoodwink also has an axe already.
Yeah, Hoodwink's had sneaky good farm both of these games.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So that's even more magic damage coming with the Lina, with the Hoodwink, with the Mirana, all of that stuff. Medusa should have level 25 before the next fight, probably. That will be a big part for the Radiant. What else is there? Batrider gets a 4-staff, so now he's able to drop his Fake Grenade and is able to break those Lincolns. Fake Grenade goes to Marcy, so there is that.
Batrider's now 435 base movement speed. Once he pops that Firefly, I think he's going to be up over 500.
Also, the DK has Halberd, which is amazing against the Medusa, right? Worst feeling is Medusa is when you cannot hit. Like you pop your ulti and you get Halberded. Like you awkwardly stand there and look as you cannot die. Oh, not in time. He needed to 4-staff. And I think he 4-staff himself instead of the Weaver. So he used lasso into the Lincolns this time. Lincolns was able to save the Weaver. Weaver went for the Scotty, which I said I didn't enjoy, especially because Lina has a Scotty as well. They have the same item, and the Weaver still has no damage. But
so he ended up not buying the BKB instead of. I guess Scotty's kind of a hybrid item.
I mean, it's just you already have one Scotty on Lina. Are you sure you need the second one? You know. I mean. I know I'm kind of flaming here, but I really don't enjoy that much defensive items. But you know, if it saves him once, if it allows him to live through his stun and then turn around with the time lapse, sure, you know, it will be worth it. But we'll see if it pays off. Batrider also picks up a gem, so the initiation will be easier now. I don't know if he had it for before.
He's had it for about 2 minutes. He had it for that last one that he messed up, but that was the first sort of attempt at using it. But Lina's down to 145 on the Aegis. I mean, you would think they want to force something, but they just moved
right
back
now
to put that
all
all
of the Radiant team is locked up in the base for 3 minutes. That's absolutely fine. Like if you see the graphs jump through for all of that, like you use the Aegis to jump the graphs by 10k net worth. You're fine with that. Now Radiant are looking to get out on the map again, and they get scouted out by the Hoodwink illusion. Hoodwink is getting lassoed in. It's fine. She will die. I'm not sure if they're even they're returning to another support. Hoodwink buys back. Dawnbreaker got slowed down by the Scotty, so she might be no, she's able to blink out in time.
Blink.
Medusa used ulti just to escape, just to protect her as she was TPing out. And she has the butterfly, but Lina will have her own MKB pretty soon. Double damage on the Weaver. Weaver now deals damage, and he's going for a Daedalus finally for a damage item as well. He has Gemini attack, level 25 talent. Lina has attack range. They'll be looking to siege the high ground with less 30 seconds of Aegis. They should be careful about the Aegis timing, as to not get caught off guard with that. Now they decide to, I think, to just go for the top tier 2 instead. They realize it's too little time of the ages to do anything.
Hey, we can see you.
Radiant's top tower is under
Also,
attack.
DK will have the axe done for the next ulti pop. He should probably buy it out right now. Dawnbreaker also buys an axe. We'll be able to save from the chains stun follow-ups, right? From all the physical damage from Lina and Weaver. Lasso on
And
the Weaver.
that jumps on Weaver.
Oh!
Not gonna get the chain stun.
Mirana
though.
stunned the
Marcy's
Marcy
gonna
mid jump, so so Marcy couldn't dispose. Amazing play from Mirana, predicting where Marcy will jump, saving the Weaver there. Really good play from Mirana there. Situation gets really dire for the Radiant. You know, it's like they're locked in place in base now. There is no lasso, and they're heading head on into them. DK opts to leave money for buyback and not buy the axe for the time being.
No, it's burn.
Invisibility.
The prize is mine. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Batrider gets the jump on the DK, but DK is able to pop the BKB.
He's got the
As he
BKB.
tries to retreat, covered by the
Seems
Moonlight
really
Shadow.
dangerous.
He's team in the vicinity, and Radiant should retreat, as they do. Weaver is getting the high ground. He knows that there is no lasso, so he feels absolutely safe. Without lasso, there is no way he can die here.
Man, and he took about 95% of that tower's health too.
And now Radiant are locked. You know, they try to come out.
Yeah.
They try to do the lasso jump, but like, it's just not enough at this point.
More fuel for
They're
my
lacking the
fire.
follow-up damage. Like, their team is pretty low damage. Like, they don't have no burst. They see that DK sees them all. Weaver escapes in time. Radiant are desperate to do something. We'll see they'll be successful. No BKB on Dawn, so she gets stunned by the DK.
Not
Does
bad.
drop down. Witch Doctor is getting chased around by the DK. They see him, they pop the dust. He will be dead as well.
Double kill.
Yeah, Radiant are in this situation where they feel like they have to do something, but they're just very underpowered, it seems like, and forcing something. Although forcing that was crazy when Marcy disposed Batrider away from them.
Yeah, like,
was used-
you know, like, they need to kill a hero during the lasso, and like, when that didn't happen,
Radiant's top tower
they just don't
is
have
under
the follow-up
attack.
to kill, you know, to do anything. Like, they need to
Yeah,
kill a
yeah.
hero during the lasso, but they don't have enough damage to do it.
And Dire don't have to force anything right now, but they're not even really forced anything by Lina with 7 stacks of Fiery Soul just annihilating this tower.
Absolutely, and Lina now has an MKV, Deuce opted out to go for the axe here.
Yeah.
I would be interesting if you know, maybe Rapier was what they needed, you know, to do the to have the damage to follow them last.
And
But
Roche is popped. Dyer have been keeping a good eye on it, so my guess is Mirana is going to scout it out right now. Will they go for it with 20 seconds left on
absolutely,
Dawnbreaker?
yeah, they absolutely should go here.
Oh, Lena's going to annihilate. Oh, and especially with
With a
it's going to be
swarm
dead
as
in
well,
3
yeah.
seconds.
And now they have a Daedalus and Weaver, so you know Weaver
And a Scepter.
is now scary in terms of damage as well. Scepter gets popped on the Weaver, so Weaver is able to save his teammates from lasso, which is very important for them, right? Now, like, life gets even harder for this Batrider. This Batrider did so much for the Radiant.
That will essentially purge lasso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty low range, though. You know, they nerfed it. It's
Yeah.
a very small range, but still, it's something. It makes life harder and harder and harder for the Radiant.
Well, there's a DD bottom, but I don't think anybody sees it yet.
Yeah. Lina gets ulted by the lasso, gets follow up with the Dawnbreaker. Will be able to pop the BKB. Pops the stun, but she doesn't have a Satanic, so she cannot regen up and ends up dying.
Well, that's about exactly what you want to happen. If you're the Radiant, that buys you a minute or two, at least,
Absolutely,
where they're
absolutely.
probably not
Great
going to
jump.
high ground. Burns a couple minutes off the Aegis. So
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
that's the play you want to happen 100% of the time. DK sees the DD.
Double damage.
They should be careful about going so aggressive without Lina here. I know that they have a Weaver has the Aegis, but still, you know, chasing into the enemy base. They get a stun on this Batrider though. This Batrider will go down very fast.
Batrider's gonna go down fast. Oh, he's gonna live.
Last second lives.
Oh, he
No,
did
still
die.
ends up dying to the DK. Weaver should be fine. He still has Aegis in case he gets cut off. Uses the time lapse. He's full damage. The Medusa pops the BKB. Will try to stand his ground. Dawnbreaker buys back. Uses right. She just uses the ulti. Weaver drops the Aegis. This the DK goes back in, stuns the Medusa. Medusa starts to get
Lena's
down
here
low.
now. He's got the swarm up on multiple people.
Holy damage from Lina. This Medusa
Two
will
more
go down
hits.
in the
One more
second.
terminate.
Yes. This Batrider also goes down after the buyback. No more the dieback on the
on
Marcy and the
that.
Batrider. The Radiant are deep into the base as they're hitting the.
Dawn's gonna have to.
They're hitting.
Oh
This,
boy.
This Lina
Math
just
is out of
pops.
mana.
Math.
Die back on the Medusa.
Yes, and the game looks
Oh,
pretty
Asos
over.
on Dawn.
Lost
Dawn's gonna go
dieback.
down too. Oh no. And that's gonna.
Double team wipe from the Dire. Amazing play from the Dire, and I think this will be the end of the game.
That's gonna be it.
Think I'll pass.
Radiant's
Yeah, very solid 2-0. Game 1 went both ways. Game 2,
Radiant's middle
good start from the
tower is
Radiant. You know, the Batrider did a lot, but it was not enough. And at some point, the Dire got just too strong. You know, honestly, the game 2, it was 50 minutes, but it didn't feel that way. You know, it felt like this game was like 30 minutes to me or something.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's interesting. It did not feel like that long of a game.
Yeah. But overall, both games really interesting. You know, there were turnarounds. Radiant had their chances. Dire had to plan both games how to deal with this Medusa with a lot of long-range stuns, long-range damage dealers. You know, game 1, they had the Rubik, the Hoodwink stuns. They had the Quap with the damage. This game, they had the Hoodwink and Mirana, same thing, right? With Lina also dropping the stuns and like just. It was basically Medusa was 5-shot in late game. Like, you don't expect it, but its Medusa was not tanky at all versus Lina's damage. Absolutely standout performance from Steve Ruggs, both games. Amazing play from him. So
Definitely.
as they secure top 6, and they'll be playing Sick Nasty's team on Saturday in the morning. So
Yeah, really just playing to survive playing heroes that are hard to kill in whatever way. You know, if they're like DK, they're straight up tanky. If they're heroes like Hood or Weaver, you know, sort of sneaky, slinky, can get away to sort of live through and ultimately overpower a Medusa. So
Yeah, you know, like I kept saying all game long that I didn't like the Weaver, didn't go for the damage items, but you know, in the end, he had the time to finish up all of his kit, and he was able to be absolutely effective. So, you know, they won. So, you know, what can I say? Amazing game from both teams, but Smack goes forward. So,
definitely.
Yep.
Definitely.
All right.
All right, Madior. Well, thanks for casting, and
See
you
you
know,
on Saturday. then.
see you then.
Yep.
All right,
Good
man.
luck.
Take it easy. Peace.